tell us when we have to start talking for real.
We have to start talking for real now, Larry. Because we're live from Bell of Lost Souls. It's Sunday morning.
No, we're not live from Bell of Lost Souls. We're live from Dragon's Lair.
We're live from Bell of Lost Souls in Dragon's Lair.
We are in Central Texas, Austin, Texas. We are at Dragon's Lair, one of the biggest game stores in the United States, and we are at the monthly Warhammer 40,000 tournament. We have about 30 people here, roughly.
Good showing today.
Good showing today. We got new armies. We've already seen some Custodes armies out there fighting it up. We got actually a pretty good mix of Xenos armies and Imperial armies. It is round 2. We're playing 3 rounds today, everybody. I'm here. I'm Larry.
I'm Stable Abe.
I'm Jen.
We are here to entertain you with our smooth adult contemporary voices.
And me.
And thanks for tuning in from the Atlanta airport, Dino. We're hoping you get home soon.
Good
So,
job. I hope you're
Dino, your Necrons are garbage.
That's what Tony says. That's Tony the Towel here in Austin, Texas.
So we've got 2 players today. This is top table. On your bottom, you're going to see Tony, nice, wonderful folks up from San Antonio playing Tau, and then on the top playing Aeldari, the big jerk, Chris Carlisle.
Ooh, fighting words.
He's
Fighting
a jerk.
word.
We don't like him. He can go home now.
Get
out of here, Chris.
We love.
That's not a royal we.
We love
because
him.
I think the Aeldari are great. So
We love Chris, and he's bringing a extra kudos. Mr. Chris Carlisle up on the top of the screen right there, wearing yellow. He's bringing a Craft World Eldar army that has no Dark Reapers in it. That's like
where are my Reapers at?
that is or Shining Spears. That is like you earn like 2. That's karma points
Wait,
right there.
Can an Aeldari army not take those things? Like,
But,
I thought
well,
that was...
okay.
Only if the player hates themselves. It's just Forge World option.
Oh, okay.
It
Got
does have
got
Elia talk in it,
Obscure.
though, right?
I got it.
Well,
What's your Craft World?
So there is Elia talking.
Is there one that
all the way for everybody else.
The universal
one?
Yeah, all, Bella talks about.
for the so the Wraith Knights are Alatok and everything else is Ulthway. As is meet and right to do.
Yeah. So Chris has got, for his list, he's got an Autarch with the Warp Jump Generator.
Okay.
And then a Farseer. He's got 6 Fire Dragons. It looks like
10 Dire Avengers.
2 squads of 10 Dire Avengers.
Another squad of Dire Avengers. Guardian Defenders.
Yep. Some Rangers, of course. 2 squads of Rangers. And then he's got a Wraith Knight. You gotta have a Wraith Knight. He's actually got 2 of those. And then we've got
Spirit Seer.
Spirit Seer and 2 Warlocks.
2 Warlocks. All right, that's a pretty good Eldar list. And then we have
Sorry, we have a clarification. It's Mother Effin Tony, the drone Tau. That is the
Sure.
correct version.
That's true. So droning, he does let the drone on, I hear.
Yep, droning right along. We have Tony the Tau. He's coming to us from San Antonio. One of the
One of several of the San Antonio players that come up for this tournament,
Yeah.
which is great. The winner of last month's tournament was from
From San
Antonio.
Antonio, yeah.
got some good 40k down there.
Yeah. So we'll have to.
Home of-
Austin guys, we used to go down and beat up on San Antonio guys. What's up with this?
I went down there and beat them up last month.
Oh, nice.
And let's go over Tony's army.
So Tony's got 3 Outrider detachments. He's got 2 commanders with some flamers and drone controllers.
Yep.
2 ethereals, 2 cadre fireblades, 12 drone squads,
13 technically.
13 drone squads.
12 are identical.
12 are identical. They all have a mix of gun and shield drones in them.
Okay.
And then a drone squad that's just shield drones. We've got 3 Kroot Hounds with 4 Kroot Hounds each.
Yeah, 3 squads of Kroot Hounds that each have 4 Kroot Hounds in them, so a total 12.
Kroot Hounds are I believe, the cheapest fast attack choice in the game right now.
All right.
It's 16 points for a unit. So
Fantastic.
That fills out those Outrider squads real easy.
I don't actually know what sound a Kroot Hound makes, but I'm going to go with that.
They're bird dogs, right?
So,
Like beep beep.
like bird aliens? Yeah, ooh, Roadrunner.
I like to think
It's either-
they sound like the Roadrunner.
Yeah, something like that. We've got a fireside marksman sitting next to his crackling fire.
Yes.
And then we've got 2 Ivarna? Is that what they're...
Yes. So he has a big giant Forge World super suit, the Varna suit. It has a pretty scary super flamer, and some ion thing that just roasts vehicles.
And he's got 2 of them.
And you have 2 of them, Tony, or 1 of them?
2.
He's got 2 of those in his army.
Yep.
So what you're seeing Tony deploy there. That's actually not just a giant box of buttons that he's dumped onto the table. That's actually a horrifically large formation of drones.
That's only half of his army. So
Are those drones in any way color coded?
Yes.
Like, do they mean like
Yes,
how?
the
Because
colors are the squads.
yeah.
Okay.
They get deployed in squadrons of 3 squads.
Yep.
So that's 3 squads.
Okay.
Which is why their bases are color coded. Because it would be impossible. I tried it.
Yeah, the bases are color
And then I
coded.
went out and bought 3 cans of spray paint.
You
All
can
right.
kind of see
Oh,
it.
apparently the crude hounds sound like Tony when he cries, and they taste like his tears.
Wow.
He doesn't know.
The internet is really.
Dino is savage today.
Yeah,
He's
well-
sassy because he's in the airport.
No, he's sassy because he plays Necrons.
Oh, he's sassy because he plays Necron.
Well,
And-
He's just sad that he-
And the Tau get a codex before the Necrons.
Yep.
Ooh,
The Tau get their
yes.
codex next week.
And
Yeah.
the Dark Eldar, even though massive rumors that they were going to be first.
I
There
know.
were
No, there were
we've
no rumors.
we've
They just
already
happened
discussed
first in
this.
the slideshow.
We've already discussed
That's
this.
not rumors. That's just like people not understanding.
Yes.
It's people reading between the art.
I mean, but that
All
many people-
all that Games Workshop said was that these will be the next 3 codexes, and then people
Tau getting a new suit because an artist can't draw.
and then people
I thought he was
assume-
doing a pretty good job of drawing that act. Like, it wasn't even that bad. There, like,
It was
was
fine. It just like wasn't an official suit, so people were like, "Oh, we got a new one." Right?
Yeah,
It's like, no.
but they're
New
like-
it's
suits.
just like
Where's that new suits meme?
right? Yeah, exactly.
But they were like literally like they were like, look, he's got the seeker missile on that shoulder, just like on the model, and he's got the smart missile system on the other shoulder, just like in the model.
In the background, all blurred out. Like,
Yeah.
GW is known for teasing new models in art.
Yep.
Yep. So.
Uh,
Apparently,
Tony,
we've been
there's
told
so
that
many
Tony owns all
drones.
the drones in North America.
I
Congratulations.
tried.
So I've actually I don't know if you guys did that. I did that back in Warhammer Fantasy. There was a model I was ordering, Pizarro's Lost Legion, and I placed an order. It was a Dogs of War unit, and I placed an order with Games Workshop, and we got the response. You've bought all of them that are in North America. It's going to be the remainder are going to come 2 weeks later when we ship more over from England.
You have them all.
Yes, I bought the entire North American stock from Games Workshop.
Of Pizarro's Last
Yes,
Legion.
and this was not like a popular unit, which is why they didn't have a lot. But it wasn't like I bought their giant
Good
stock.
job.
Yep.
So Tony, my big question for you is flying bases. Where do you buy them in wholesale? And how do you move this army without just like constantly snapping flying bases off?
So they're pinned. At least 50% of them
Oh,
are actually pinned. I just
okay.
take T-pins and melt them into the base and then into the drone.
So you're not using like the little tiny like the plastic part that snaps off. They're
Some of
actually
them- well, as
into
soon
the
as they
thick part of the
break,
base.
they get pinned.
Okay, I see. The weak ones.
You know,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
He replaces them.
you
for-
could make this army out of just a bunch of buttons, couldn't you?
Absolutely. Like this is an ideal candidate for the all
Like if
bottle
you,
the bottle cap.
bottle cap,
The-
or you, if you have like
the
a
bottle cap counts as
like a
army.
spinster aunt who's real into like sewing and just has those giant collections, but also wants to get into 40k.
But also, once you get the, that's just a massive demographic.
You know, like
Grandma Beatrix,
Yeah.
the towel would be perfect for you.
yeah,
How many units do you have?
come on.
Just ballpark.
So today's mission.
It looks like Chris's army has.
13? Okay, awesome.
So today's mission, mission 2 is on your feet or on your knees. So there,
13 units for the Eldar. I don't even know how many units
it's
the Tau have. but
search
it's a
and
lot.
destroy deployment.
More.
So table corners.
24.
24 units.
Wow.
How many of them are not drone units?
There are 3 objectives.
But
One's
not many.
directly in the middle of the table. You can see those big yellow things.
That doesn't check out, but and that
One's
doesn't actually check out. It's
up in the right corner in that completely empty corner, and then one's
the one that
technically in the bottom left corner, but it looks like it's right next to Tony's deployment zone. So those are 3 objectives. Each objective at the end of the game is worth 9 points, with a bonus of 3 points if you hold all of them. Then there are secondary objectives.
Okay.
You can score up to 5 points per round for the secondary objectives. They're tallied at the end of each player turn. So if you hold a table quarter that is not your starting one, you get a point. If you kill 2 enemy units, you get 2 points. If you hold an objective and kill an enemy unit, you get 2 more points. You can also hold the center objective for 2 points, kill an enemy unit with 7 or more wounds for 2 points, or hold 3 table quarters after starting on turn 2 for 3 points. And they have bonus points. These can be got it at the end of the game. If you kill the enemy warlord, you get a bonus point. If you complete turn 5, you get a bonus point. And then if you monster slayer, if you kill a model with 7 or more wounds, and I mean, there's obviously no models with 7 or more wounds on this table.
Yeah.
You get a point for that.
Drone tanked it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me just.
Now, if it kills six drones, like, okay, that's something.
So I would like to point out that Tony's army from overhead is one of the few 40k armies that does look like it is a abstract pointillist masterpiece.
It does.
does.
Yes.
It is just like a giant mosaic of little dots.
Sunday in the game store on the Warhammer table.
Yep. Also, Tony has one of the few armies that, like
Plastic and acrylics.
high school bands, he has enough units that he can absolutely spell words
He can
with his
spell words
army.
with it, yep.
So hopefully we'll see if he can spell Tau before the game is over at some point with his drones.
Bonus points to Tony if he spells Tau. So who got first turn?
With his drones, it's like band.
He goes, all right, so
Okay.
Chris has got on the first turn. So far,
Yeah. All right, and we are off. The Eldar are going first. So, Mr. Carlisle, he is off. We're at top of 1, and the Eldar are underway. Let's see what they're going to do.
so far the Eldar player has both of our games. They've played on that side, and they've both gone first.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's lucky. If we get a third Eldar player, that'll be who plays up there and goes first. That'll be Kurt. That'll good luck on that side.
All right, so we got.
I mean, it could just be Chris again.
Sorry, Chris, with Mike's fight.
Use the workman generally on the he goes an additional.
You do cookies too, right? Like because Tony transports his Tau army on baking trays.
Yep.
So all the drones are like really tiny cookies coming off of those.
You're just making
there
me
you
want
go.
cookies.
Well, you could go buy cookies.
Oh, that is pretty good.
You could place an online order with Tiff's Treats.
You can. And they are delivering free today.
Ooh, you should get free cookies delivered to us.
Larry.
Yeah.
You love us, right?
Nice.
Your favorites, right?
Warm snickerdoodle or.
Oh my god, their snickerdoodles are heaven.
They're
For people
so
that do
good.
not live in the Austin or Houston area, I am sorry for you because you don't get to experience the divinity of Tiff Treats.
So Tiff Treats is
Snickerdoodles.
basically a dessert a delivery
Cookie,
place.
really.
They make cookies,
Cookie
and
and brownies.
their claim to fame is that you can order them for delivery, and that basically when they arrive at your house, they must be still warm, and they are, and they're delicious.
And they have the most sumptuous snickerdoodle recipe.
Snickerdoodles
I've
are
ever
good.
tasted.
You get us some nice gooey chocolate chip cookies.
And they do these really cool boxes where you order like 2 dozen cookies and a couple of Starbucks frappuccinos and an
Or
ice
milk.
cream.
Or milk.
Or like cookies and milk. It's real cute.
Yes.
It is actually a different recipe, Dino. And yes, you do need to try them. Their cookies are life-giving.
All right, so what do we got going on
The
here?
Eldar are running forward, it looks like.
Yep, running forward. We got the Wraith Knight. It's right there. It's out in the open. Oh, Rangers.
On the Ranger Tower.
Yeah, the Rangers. Hey, where have we seen that before?
Rangers assemble.
That would be last game. Same tower,
All right, now we have
different
to demand
Rangers.
for the next game an Eldar player plays on that side of the table because I want to see if they use.
Because we can get the
Three.
the three-peat. Yeah.
All right, so Chris is running all his guys over to try to get that objective in the corner.
Yep.
Meanwhile, his second race
All
knight
right.
is hanging out in the back.
All
I
right.
think he's hungover.
Okay, there goes the.
He's leaning against that building like he's
I
had a
don't
really
think
hard night.
I don't think he's hungover. I think he's still drunk.
He's come also from that Harlequin
The
wet
super
wave
party.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras party.
No, definitely.
From game one.
He-
Okay,
he,
so
he is hugging the pillar.
yeah, he's staying. Okay, so Wraith Knight number 1. You saw it. It just moved way up, over to the right. It is pretty close to that objective. I don't know if it can claim it, but it's right on it.
I think we've got some Guardians deep strike.
And then a whole bunch of something is coming out of the webway. Looks
More
like
drunk Harlequins.
looks
Alright.
looks like Guardians to me.
I feel
Okay.
like the Harlequins are such hard partiers that they just drink everybody under the table and are
Oh,
still
definitely.
dancing around.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're good,
All right, here we go. And there we go. Okay, so out of the webway. Webway portal. That's a group of guardians
Who are barely in range. from
who
the
are
deep strike.
barely in range. Hey, they have to be 9 away. Their gun has a 12-inch range. That's all you need. That right
That
there.
Wraith Knight, he's
that
very,
is
very drunk.
that Wraith Knight is very much
He's like,
definitely.
oh, I'll be right there, guys.
It's like
I
those.
gotta hold this wall up.
It's
for a
like, you know,
while.
all those action movies you see where someone like gets stuck on the outside of a building and they always have to hold it and they have to just like walk around without falling down. That's what he's doing.
I don't know. To me, it could be that. It kind of looks like this is like a pathfinding error in a video game.
One command point gained.
Nice.
Oh, that was from the Autark.
Yes.
All right.
We're like,
I love that.
we're like,
It's
you
an
know,
old-way warlord trait.
There's
Yeah.
also a
Right.
strong possibility that Chris's second Wraith Knight is trying to make out with the giant statue of Mortarion
ooh,
that
an
is on
angel.
that statue. Eldar.
Oh, that's who that's supposed to be? Mortarion?
No.
No, that's supposed to be Lionel Johnson.
Okay.
He's the Dark Angel. It's Lionel Johnson. Except he's painted red, so we don't know what's going on
He's
with
like,
that.
boo.
Could be dead
I like that
Sanguinius,
cloak you're
right?
wearing there.
It could be Sanguinius,
But
whoever it is.
dead. That's why he's got the wings.
He's got
'cause
the
it's
shroud.
Sanguinius, but he's shrouded because he's dead.
Aw, and he is red. I mean,
He is red.
All right, so Chris is bringing for him. You can see him. He's bringing more stuff.
I like to think that it's a pathfinding error that like he ordered like he right clicked on the middle of the board and the guy started walking forward, but the pathfinder is really bad, so he's just walking into the wall like I'll get there eventually, boss. Like
fine.
like
We got this.
You know the ones and zeros will balance out, and I'll figure out how to go around.
Calibrated by GPS.
Yeah.
That is
Did
exact.
you let the baker in the tech room again?
Well, yeah, you know.
Okay, so
Oh,
we got.
shoot.
So he has a bunch of guardians dropped out of the webway.
That's what
They
happens
are
when like
9 inches
doesn't
away
have
from the Tau.
A directionally challenged Eldar soul gets put into the soul stone, and then they put that into the GPS, and he's like, I was directly challenged in life. I am not going to be good at running this GPS.
What I mean, I'll do it. You want it.
Soul's a soul. Like, not
Dino
really.
is very afraid for your Wraith Knight. He's afraid he's gonna fall over.
Well, he's leaned forward. He's leaned forward,
fine.
so he's not going to fall back.
He thinks he's gonna fall over and break.
All right, let's go back to our overhead. Chris is doing some stuff way on the. Okay, so way over on the far on his left flank on your right side of the table. What is going on over there?
Yep.
Are those guys coming out of the webway or are those guys moving?
Yeah, there's a way.
All right, so we got a group of fire dragons 9 inches away coming out of the
Enough of
webway.
that. Going straight for it.
Those guys also have their 12-inch guns.
Shoot Groot hounds with melting guns.
Oh my God, Coot!
That's
Oh,
just animal cruelty.
that is mean.
I mean, that's how
Melted
you
guns
get-
on Kroot
This
hounds.
is how much disdain I have for these hounds.
Ooh.
Smells like
snap.
fried chicken, right?
It tastes like
Yeah,
fried
they're
chicken.
probably hungry. They just got out of the webway, you know.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're like chicken
This
dogs.
is not
So.
Kentucky Fried. They're even psychic food.
Oh, he
look
remembers.
at
He
you.
remembers.
What's the psychic food?
Yeah, the Tau. Tony Tau goes, "What the heck are you talking about?"
I like to imagine that Tau players are still using like the 3rd edition phase breakdown from the 3rd edition rulebook. It doesn't like they're like psychic phase and charge phase. Like, what are those things? I don't need them.
Charge people all the time.
These guys now
Get charged.
do.
Okay.
It's like a
A
crew.
duel upon
The
your
crew.
house.
The crew are like, "Wait, can we have a charge?
So I get a roll versus the rest of
Okay.
Alright.
So one of the squads, one of the 1,000 drone squads is
He's trying to
doomed.
He's trying to take care of Luke Skywalker. Red Squadron.
Yeah.
Okay, one
Jen's
command
got me.
point.
Jen's got me.
It goes off on me.
Go. So he has used protect on the guardians.
Not steal, but my relic lets me do this. Nope, I didn't roll 6 on it.
Protect
Oh,
makes
yeah,
them
those,
harder
yeah.
to hit. Is that right?
Believe so.
And also once the game is 6.
I am not a sophisticated enough Eldar player yet. I am still very staunchly a fan of Guided Doom, and I do not segue away from those.
That is
I
that
need
is
to- I
fine.
need to start branching out.
It's like a free.
Fortune, I hear, is real boss.
And guide.
Alright, so that's good.
I use Guided Doom.
Yeah.
Chris has swung almost his entire army up into that top quadrant, and then it's obviously probably going to just push down with it because he's pretty close ranged. I
Yep.
like that he's found the one place on the table. The reason the Wraith Knight's hugging the thing is so it gets cover, but its guns can see around the edge.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's clever.
Yeah. So he's going to shoot around, but still claim the 4-up cover.
Well, the plus one was cover. So
Sorry, the +1 cover. Sorry.
That is
Yes.
a fantastic strategy.
It is hard to get cover on a Wraith Knight. The model's so huge.
You need a giant tower.
If only there was a huge giant lot like that one.
Nice one to hit.
Yeah, 9.
That's fine. My player doesn't care.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's full of drones.
He's still just moving through the psychic phase.
Yep. You got a lot of powers, but they seem pretty good that they're going off today.
Man, he remembered he had a psychic phase and he used it well.
Uh-huh. Oh, definitely. This is what we like to see.
That's right.
All right, so I think that's the end of the Eldar psychic phase.
Frontline Gaming, thank you for that host.
Thank you. All right, off to the shooting phase. Top of turn 1. Let's see what the Eldar are gonna do. Wraith Knight. So the Wraith Knight that is holding onto the tower is
We're gonna do everything. Here's the 4.
okay. Firing
So let's
everything
shoot
at a
some
group
drones.
at a group of drones.
Hit. 2. 4 is 4. AP minus 4.
4 for calls.
3.
Damage. Roll 3d6.
There's 1 that you can possibly save, and then a 4 and a 3.
5 up. Yeah. And 3 straight 5s. No. And straight 4s. Okay.
There's 3.
All right.
3 drones are out.
It's good use of Wraith Knight.
And then
Down to 99.
99 bottles of drones on the wall. 99 drones on the wall. Take one down, pass it around. 98 drones on the wall. 98 children's on the wall. 98 children's on the wall. 98 children's on the wall.
And AP minus 4, you said?
3.
3.
Dino, you shut your Necron mouth. Just go beep boop somewhere else.
We're getting a slowly growing pile of dead drones.
Alright, red squad over here.
Okay.
The one that's doomed. These guys can shoot.
Okay, so we have
Shots, all the-
okay, so we got 40 shots off the Guardians, firing on a red squad of drones that are doomed. Let's see how this goes.
Should not be great for them.
That was a
Dude.
7 CP.
Target gets mine back. Target's going to give me points.
Oh,
Alright,
We're
I'll
good.
choose reroll once.
points all over the place.
Just for the sake of these, let's have to reroll it outside of this. But alright, so 1 miss.
Are these your black guardians? I'm gonna switch the camera.
Ulthway Black Guardians.
There's like the popper at the start.
So I put the kind of top center right, that giant pile of darker colored troops. Those are the Uthway Black Guardians.
They are firing directly down.
Into the drones in front
They're
of
about
us.
Into the
kill
drones and
7 drones.
Yep.
So we spent 3 command points and I don't know how much charges are.
Hey, that's like almost 10% of your drones.
Yeah, well.
No.
I know. Off top of my head.
Go.
I just want to make sure they did. Plus,
You
yeah.
guys you get your kills, you get your points.
Yeah, points too.
That's how you get good. You don't have any points right now.
Alright, so it's 40 minus 7.
40 minus 7,
So
so
37. Or, no, sorry.
33.
Slip B, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Belfry.
Hey, welcome.
Dude, are the Wrens gonna matter? Because actually,
Yeah,
they're mine.
they will.
So, let me pick those out. You know what? None of these have Wrens, so I just picked that one.
Okay, I'll just roll those.
There is 6 Wrens out of all of that. So, 27 total.
So it's mathematically identical if I just roll all of my 4-ups and then roll 5-ups one at a time for my killing things. Sure.
You're talking about the Wrens or the?
No, well, I'm gonna do
For the
this.
armor saves.
I messed up shit on the first, but I didn't, so I'm gonna do the conversation.
So you just, yeah, just do the armor saves first. And then do the.
Okay.
So there's 27 here.
Is that 27 wounds?
And then 6 Wrens.
You did 27 wounds from that. Oh, that's a
30.
big squad of Guardians.
It's 20, yeah.
Oh, it's 20 guard. Okay, yeah.
27
Whew.
27 and then 6 Wrens.
Oof.
Ow. All right. That should get rid of the drones. But let's just roll it out to make sure.
Who would think? On the other hand, maybe it won't kill all of the drones.
So that's a full
They're-
squad of 7?
They are all
Yes.
dead.
All right, one
Crazy.
squad of 7 drones out of there. They've gone to drone heaven.
So actual Tau casualties?
I mean, you have what, like 6 Tau in your actual Tau in your army? 7, 8.
What was the regimental standard recently? They were like talking shit about drones. Like,
Yes.
They don't even put like dudes in them. What is this?
I'm excited about that.
That was
You
pretty
get
funny.
that printed. You get a print of the like vial Tau.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do these guys on the black.
This is like the
gray
perfect example of like a Tau, like advanced technology Tau army, though, right? Like,
They're just like,
I was like, we got 200 people on the table, but only like 4 of them are actual
Actual
Tau.
people.
Like,
yep.
we're not gonna risk real people in
This squad right
combat.
here.
Keep in mind, his army is the one that's dying. Yeah, go ahead.
This squad right here, we're going into the gray squad. Okay.
I feel like Tony needs to model a little,
No ones. All right.
you know, like a little, what are they called? Like a trailer, but or like a temporary like little building, you know, like a
Oh,
Controller trailer?
yeah, like a little
yeah.
drone controller, exactly, like a little temporary building that keeps offside that just got his little 3 Tau in their VR suits controlling everything.
yep.
Cast hanging out.
Yep. And you can just have as part of his
Reds
board
And 3 armor saves. So
Wounds.
pile of Tau dew next to them. What do you think Tau energy drinks are called? Like
Tower of Power.
Tower Power, nice.
And that was which unit?
What is hid?
Blue Tide.
Blue Tide.
This gray squad?
Okay, okay.
No, too many
And Monster.
Tide jokes this year.
Blue-
No,
And,
no.
and Monster.
And
And
Monster.
Monster.
But it's,
Everyone drinks Monster.
It's
Monster.
Moster.
It's Monster.
Monster.
R.I.P. Tides.
Ha.
Until Codex. Codex fine.
All right, here we got some more dice, more attacks going.
Same squad.
Who's firing here, Chris?
Banana Manager, yes, those are all drones, and a bunch of them have already been ordered.
All right, the other squad of Dire Avengers shooting on another squad of drones. Right there. He's just trying to. I mean, this is turn 1. He's the Eldar is just. You have to just grit your teeth and just try to.
It's Matt Hammer.
Yeah, yeah. You just gotta throw dice at him when you're facing an army of 100 drones.
Until he can kill those drones, none of his big guns can hurt the big Tau suits because they'll just go off to a drone.
Yep.
All right, so 6 armor and 1 red.
6 armor saves and 1 rend.
Okay.
Mufo Dino likes your haircut, Tony.
Thank you, Dina. Still not dating you.
He's still not dating you. Keep it up. Just
There's like
keep at it,
like
you know?
Town Necron.
Maybe send him some
No,
real nice flowers.
that would
Who
just
knows?
that would never work. That would
I
never
like your
work.
technology.
Shield drone does.
I like your technology.
Oh no, your technology. We should combine technology.
Ooh.
Yes.
Would that make them the Borg?
You have such a nice
Kinda.
green glow, but you have such a nice blue glow.
Ooh. We could be blue green.
Ooh.
It's not that way.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
right.
roll all of them. If there's no rent,
It was the
you
fourth
just roll
one,
all.
because you saved that
Yes.
first one, it didn't matter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
And time is okay.
All right. There's all those guys. Same squad. 6 shredded cannon shots.
Yeah, I think there's something like how many total drones do you have?
In this particular one, it's 99.
99.
99 drones.
That was 4, right?
C4
What?
on the same spot?
Yeah.
80.
It's 83 minus 3.
It's, you know, 1 or 2. Small army by my guard standards, though.
This is true. Very small.
Yeah, yeah.
Those conscripts are like, we totally outnumber those stupid drones.
Yeah.
Let's go get them.
We're going to go with the same squad.
It's the best close combat fight you'll ever see. It's guard conscripts versus Tau drones.
Drones win.
Probably better armor save.
You have a sweet avocado shirt, Dino? Nice.
That's like Grotz versus Nurglings. It's
Yep.
just sad.
Or Snotlings versus Nurglings.
So 3 dead.
Those rippers.
2 morals in addition.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, so that's what
Which swarm will win?
That's 2.
That's another squad dead.
That is 2
14 for those two.
All right, so 2 complete. Tony, you have there's a squad of drones up right there that are all knocked over. What's?
They're not, they're dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know whether they were
There's
just.
one left in that, actually.
Okay.
But they're there to make sure that I roll leadership on them.
Okay.
5 meltdown wounds on that for 2 hounds. ones.
They're dead.
Chicken.
5. Oh. Oh.
6 up armor saves.
I'll let everyone out there in internet land. You all decide. If you kill a full squad of Kroot hounds with melta guns, are they wiped out or is that dinner? And if that is dinner,
Get it back.
what does that taste like?
I don't know.
I think it tastes like space chicken, but I think space chicken just tastes like
He's got
chicken.
99 problems and a drone ate one.
No.
Well, I mean,
Got 99.
problems and drones are all of them.
What am I? I don't know what I'm looking at.
Orcs against orcs.
Oh.
There's at least 150 models in that table.
Okay, so
That'll be
just so
happy.
you know, we're on table 1, but one of the other tables that's out there has 2 orc players, and they got paired up in round 2. So there is a foot orc versus foot orc battle taking place outside, and Hack and Slash says that there's like 200 models on that table. It's just, which is hilarious.
And they're all painted.
All fully painted. Well, we have painting standards here in Austin. You can't put unpainted
And do they have any?
on a table in a tournament.
Yeah. That's just like a mosh pit or something, though. Like that many orcs together.
I would
like-
just worry about like losing models, like just keeping them apart, being like, who do you?
They're different clans.
They
so
are.
They can tell them apart.
Yeah.
But
Paint the base is different.
It's a lot of infantry.
That's just a rugby game.
2 armor.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
2 armor? Yep.
Got 2 armor saves.
Yep. That's another unit.
Okay, so that's 3 units of drones that Team Eldar has knocked off so far at the top of 1. I guess Chris is probably starting to run out of shooting at this point.
I think that was the last one. Is that it?
You got anything left?
I don't think you're gonna assault anything.
You got some singing spears to throw or anything crazy going on?
Boxcars. And also let me shoot
Yeah,
it with
like
half
a
my
bunch.
damage.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're gonna move on. That's gonna be to declare charges.
No charges.
Okay, no charges at all. So we're scoring it.
One table board. And you killed 2 units. So that was 3.
Who held an objective would be 5.
So he had 3.
All right, so that's 3 points for old jerk Chris. Don't worry, guys. I love Chris.
We all love Chris. Tony, could I have that pen real quick? We're keeping track of our scores over here. Dude.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll give that right back to you.
Unprofessional goals team.
Wow.
Come prepared.
We only had. This is our
We're in the
pen.
worst.
So-
It is our.
I'm sure. At least 2. Maybe 3.
We can write an article about anything.
That's true.
Oh, trust me. With Warhammer communities work.
Start a good turn.
Noted.
You're not getting.
Chris.
Dino says that the orcs should mob up and wog the table next to them. I feel like that would happen.
then they'd be playing against Magnus.
All
They
right.
should stay on their table.
We'll leave that pen right there. and we can share.
Also, if you run into that, you run into the problem that the Imperial Guard player 3 tables over might turn his basilisks on them,
Suits in the infantry. It only- it doesn't apply to
which would make
It's
this
anarchy.
the best tournament ever
Yes.
if that happened.
What? 2.
The 2 orcs wog up and decide to move on to the next table, but then the Imperial Guard is on the other row, turns all his basilisks on the orcs from 3 tables away.
That'd be great.
It'd be great.
I'm into it.
We played Apocalypse. These things
Yeah.
happen. All right, so we are at bottom of 1.
Yeah.
It is time for Tony the Tau to move the drone apocalypse army out. Let's see what it does.
I think it was a legitimate strategy, you know? He let the other player go first so he could remove most of those drones so he has less difficulty moving them all.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's just so he gets in range.
It's just efficiency.
It's actually a demoralizing tactic. So if you start at the beginning of the game, right, like this, and you let the other person go first, and pretty much everything in Chris's army was in a position to shoot and do stuff this turn, and you go, all right, that's the maximum number of things you can kill in 1 turn. That wasn't 1/6 of my army. You can't possibly kill my entire army this game.
That's legit.
You know, it's a big intimidation thing.
Well, you know. There's the assault phase.
There is the assault phase.
Not that Guardians are really
Oh, he's
known
gonna
for that.
get them in there.
I think we're gonna see some Tau charging this game.
No.
No. He's like, I
No,
have.
no, you meant to say Tau charged.
Yeah.
He's like, I have numerical superiority. Not charging. Not gonna happen.
I mean, the Wraith Knight with the giant sword probably just gonna want to try.
Yeah, the Wraith Knight. He's gonna be charging.
Or dead. Nope.
I am really curious to see what the two, the Invarna suits are gonna do, because I've never seen actually these on the table, out there fighting before. So this will be interesting to see.
It's tapped.
So we're gonna go over while he's while Tony is moving. Let's take a look at this Invarna suit, folks. First of all, we have a 7 toughness with 14 wounds, and they have a 2-up save. They have 4 attacks base, and their attacks move
I think
down.
one of the big things is they have an 18-inch move, though.
They do have an 18-inch move, so they're super fast. And you can see him; he is moving them out right now.
Yep.
Boom, 18 inches. That's a long move. He's getting out there. They are
What's that
armed.
middle objective?
They have 2 basic weapons, 2 big ones. They have an ionic discharge cannon that has a 12-inch range. It has 2 modes of fire: heavy 3 or heavy 3d3, and strength 8, AP -3, 1 damage, or strength 10, -3, 3 damage, and does additional D3 mortal wounds when it fires. Ew.
Only against vehicles.
Yikes! Only against vehicles. That is if you fire it with the Nova reactor.
Okay.
If you fire it with the Nova reactor, you automatically suffer a mortal wound that turn. So you damage yourself a little bit, and you get to fire it with your big super, with the super shock. Which, because it has 14 wounds, I'm going to assume that anytime it fires, it's going to be used on it.
Oh yeah, they got knocked out.
And then it has a phased plasma flamer, which when it fires in its Nova reactor format has an 8-inch range. That's what we saw him measuring before. And that flamer is heavy 3d6, strength 6, -2 AP, 3 damage flat, hits automatically. Ugh.
They're kind of okay, I guess.
Yeah, they're kind of okay. That is, those things, in case you're wondering, that is the craziest thing ever. These things cost
415 points as they sit.
450 points.
15.
15.
Gino
Ow.
says, remember that time Tau won CC? Yeah, neither do I.
I do remember that, you know.
Don't we have the Ethereal get into close combat with,
Who was that?
is that against the Death Watch the other week?
Yeah.
Blind side blocking or not. That's what.
There's a, yeah, it's definitely meant to be.
Okay.
Because even if
Blind
it's
side
not,
blocking,
it,
good.
I can see.
Yeah. It's well.
It's not.
We just didn't talk about it before. I assume that's how you were playing it, because that's where you.
This is how we played it. We're going to do.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
Alright. The tower is still pushing forward. There goes the other suit. So these are big, fast suits. They don't have any real range on them, which is kind of
Why do you
unique.
get to move 18 inches?
Yep. Kind of unique among Tau to have a real suit that needs to get up there close, but
I mean, as much as it looks, as crazy as this army looks from the overhead, it's even crazier in person.
Yeah.
There are just so many
Probably
drones
makes
on the
sense to
board.
look at from overhead.
It's crazy. It looks
You
like-
need to get this-
One day I'll be able to pay.
go to the other camera.
Thomas can do that. He
That
took
was
him-
Thomas's work.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours. He's quick.
So here you can see Tony playing as fast as he can. He's gone onto the other table side.
The Heron.
He's just-
He's moving those drones as fast as he can. There they
Yeah.
are. You can tell he's keeping the squads apart mentally by the bases. So you can kind of tell what's what. But so many drones.
You could measure them. I would model them as like pizzas, and then each different pizza squad is a different type of pizza, right?
Trash can lids.
Yeah.
Bottle caps.
Bottle caps. There are many different types of beer, so you would have enough different types of bottle caps.
Squad Shiner, get in there!
You're done. You don't have any shenanigans to come off the board to come back down.
So the 2 big super suits moved up. At the top of one, they got all their protection from being shot at because they were totally surrounded by drones.
Tony's getting a lot of hype from chat for his ability to play his list fast and efficiently.
Thanks, Dino.
It is a key.
It's hype from chat if it's just one person.
Yes.
I mean,
absolutely.
if that person is the only person in chat, he is chat.
Okay.
So yeah.
This is chat. What a man. To be Twitch chat.
He says that's your one
That's an
compliment
episode
for
of
the day.
Black Mirror, actually.
I am Twitch chat.
You pure shield drones will enhance as well. 8 plus 5.
Pure shield drones.
Yeah,
They're like-
well, it's 4 smite spam armies.
Sure. I like the Slytherins.
Or assault armies ready to stretch across the front. I'm like, yeah,
Who
go
are?
ahead, buddy. Let's assault my shield drone.
Do it. The pure shield drones. They're like no
There's no-
mixed drone units for us. We're pure shield drones. We don't allow those gun drones or support drones
Those
into
lowly
Yes,
into our
well,
neighborhoods.
Yeah, carrying guns is for peons.
We're going to
Aw.
shooting phase.
All right, we're into the shooting phase. Let's go back to the overhead. We'll see what's going on. It'll be easier to tell what's going on. Okay, so into the shooting phase. Who's gonna go first?
It's the novel of my book about how to play Imperial Guard. The name, the title.
Reagan, Amos is there.
Who's gonna go first?
No, into the shooting phase.
Oh, into the shooting phase. I like that.
Flamer first. From
What my title's gonna be.
your Dire Avengers.
Okay, so the Invarna suit that is on the left is opening up first,
With the man.
and it's going on the Dire Avengers. Looks like it.
You steal your own.
I don't steal. It's anytime either of us use a stratagem, I roll a 6. I roll a d6 on a 6. I get one. It's not based on per or anything, so.
Does it say refunded or?
No. You just like, it's like generate or something. There's no, like,
Generate, yeah.
Space generate. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know. I can deal with it.
Like mine is only refunds. We can't do nothing. So like 12?
6 plus 6 is 12. Moving on to 2s, because you are T3.
That is the Super Flamer opening up on the Dire Avengers.
AP minus 3.
So they're dead.
3 damage.
If I roll
Triple box cards like you just wasted. That was your luck for the game, actually.
Dino says, sorry, Chris. I would give you some love, but you play Eldar. Also, don't want to lose my street cred with people thinking I like you.
Ion gun.
Central Texas. It's a rough neighborhood, folks.
I mean, it's like, at this point, Eldor are like Yankees. People just hate him just to be a part of the crowd and hate.
Just to be cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. I love them.
That's 2 hits.
I wear them on my shoes every day.
10.
Like right now.
Yeah.
3 damage. This is from the iron.
Because they're beneath her. She's always walking on the
3
Eldar.
damage each.
Check this out.
Oof.
So that opens 1.
The Eldar are the foundation I walk on.
She does have Eldor shoes.
I do.
Totally not kidding.
All day, every day, baby.
11K.
Not that I'm biased or anything.
Not at all.
Like it's one thing to support.
They're so comfortable, though.
I mean,
I seriously love those shoes. Since I got the slip-ons, it's like it's every day because it's 2 seconds in and out.
they're multi-damage. I can't even say that.
Well,
I am you, but who am I? Says what? Are those drones?
All the time.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
No, this is a Warhammer Pointillist edition.
Yep, that is the Tau army that Tony is running a Tau army with 99 drones and a smattering of non-drones.
I will mark the link and sing Delio for him. Rerolling 1s now because I have 1 marker.
Ooh, he's got a marker light.
I do not.
The only,
Dino,
is that the
I'm
only
a
marker light
bunny
in your
as well.
army?
I get you.
He's not a buff bunny, he just plays magnums.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say orcs are the worst army right now.
I don't know.
Orcs are great.
Orcs can be pretty good.
Yeah.
They lost this time. They did good last year.
I mean, we know that orcs are going to win one game this tournament at least.
They can tie.
They could.
We know they're not going to vote. We know all the orc armies players are not going to lose all their games.
Yeah.
I get 2 extra shots per drum because per pulse carbine. This is what the Kaiju Fire gives me.
Yeah.
It's
Are you familiar with this?
1 per model, right?
It's not 1 per model, it's 1 per gun.
Does it specify?
It says you get an extra shot
So per model.
per carbine. Oh, me.
I believe Kadre Fireblades make.
It's per
They,
gun.
they changed the stat of the weapon. So the weapon stat, whatever number of shots it has.
They do not change the stat of the weapon. That is last edition. That would have been, last edition shouldn't be for this edition. That's how that would work, but
Well,
unfortunately.
effective.
it's Project Fireblade, volley fire models with set units, so drones have the set keyword. Within 6 inches of the friendly set, Project Fireblade is one night hitter within 6 inches. They fire an extra shot with pulse pistols, pulse carbines,
Right.
and pulse rifles, so it's an extra shot per.
Yeah. Each
People like to
weapon
argue that
shoots
you
one
can
extra
shoot
shot.
The entire thing again, and they're just wrong.
Alright, so
So that would be, are you gonna pop your?
stand by.
Yeah. Would you like to use that or not?
I'm doing Celestial Shield.
Yep. So plus
So,
one.
yep, so they're 3 from mobile now.
Mhm.
They have protect from spirits here.
Yep.
They have -1. I will do.
We got a cheer of Go Eldar in chat.
Woo! So we're using a lot of command points right now.
Is that your last command point?
And Chris is out of command points.
The Eldar are at
With
0.
The drone controller on the commander gives them a +1, so it's 4s. What else do they have?
So they have -2 to hit right now.
-2 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ooh, rough. All right, need 6 to hit.
looking for 6. Rerolling 1s because marker lights.
Okay.
Because marker really light.
Is that the one marker light in your army? You have 2.
I have 3.
Oh, you have 3. Each of the cadre fireblades has a marker light, and then the fire side controller, Mr. Chat guy.
Good.
Orcs are like corn, right? Like they never can actually lose a battle.
And they're tasty? Oh wait, different one.
There's always blood. There's always a fight. Like no matter what happens, the orcs have won.
This is correct. If you wins, you wins, and if you lose, you're dead, and it don't count.
Yeah. Like, when it gets to 40k, like the only way orcs lose a battle is like, you know, when their space hulk explodes in space before they get to do anything,
That's sad.
and then they're like, "Oh, we're sad." But if it's come to the point where there is a battle, the orcs win. Their primary objective of getting into a fight has been achieved. Which is the opposite of Grots, who Grots always lose a battle. Because their primary objective is not getting into a fight.
Oh, army drones left.
Here we go.
I have 3 units here, 1 more because it's a range. So this is, I'm gonna do this 4 times. First one, reroll 1s. Ooh, that was pretty good.
So Chris has gotten through a number of stratagems and tactics and psychic powers. His guardians are -2 to hit and have a 3-up invulnerable save and are shrugging off drone shots. They're gonna eat this entire army of drone shooting.
Okay, he's rolling those volleys 4 times because there's hitting on 6s every time. So
And rerolling 1s because of his marker light.
yep, but it's still it is an uphill struggle when you
Yeah.
have those kind of modifiers against you. And then Chris has those 3-up invulnerables on those guardians. Ugh. How many guardians have been lost so far? 3
Out of
from
20.
out of 20 from a whole lot of drones shooting at them.
Now the big suit hasn't gone yet.
No, but I don't know if he's gonna be shooting the guardians because
Right.
we currently have 3 of them. Alright, yeah, no, we're gonna shoot these. We're gonna kill your dire adventures because it's like the same DPS.
Okay, so he's going to go into the Invarna that is right there that we're measuring from. It's up towards the top. He's going to use its Super Flamer. He's bypassing the Guardians. He was like, these Guardians are just too difficult with their 3-up invulnerables. He's going to be shooting at the Dire Avengers that are behind them. You'll see them. They're the orange unit. They're in between the Wraith Knight and the Black Guardians.
Flamer first.
Okay, firing Flamer on those. That Flamer has a 9-inch range.
8 inch range.
8-inch range.
7. Yeah. Yes. 12. Ooh. Okay, that would be 3, 6.
It's a lot of ones.
Oh, that'll be 7. So 7 saves. Switch for rolls. 2. 4.
Chris is making a 6-up field, no pains, but each of these does 3 damage.
Hey,
None of them
sometimes.
saved.
I always save on the shoulder, so my whole army hinges on them not dying.
All right.
But
The Dire Avengers.
You do that, so you have to take 3 would do that for however much damage you take. For for wounds, if you want to take feel no pain, say it's a 1 model, you have to take 3 feel no pains. And
Whatever.
yeah,
Does not matter.
3 shots from handgun into the same unit, so that's
Okay, so the Invarn is using its other weapons on the same squad. He definitely is trying to just get rid of those Dire Avengers.
I'm incredibly bad at counting.
He'd also, if he can kill 2 units this turn, which he'll get bonus points for that. So that is
There's going to be anything but.
another goal of his.
And how many do you have left? 3. Okay, and AP minus 4.
Alright,
And
and
3 damage.
3 damage increase.
Yes, sir. I think 2 of these.
Oh, almost.
Oh, you can reroll.
Well, no, just because one of the big guys was.
Oh, right, from the,
All right.
okay.
I would say 2 of you.
Alrighty, so that'll be,
That is a dead unit.
OP.
I think that's all of my shooting.
I mean, like, a 400-point thing that can kill 10 Eldar in a turn is not that OP. There's lots of 400-point things in the game that can kill 10 Eldar.
This is true. But when those 10 Eldar kill lots of counts. I don't actually kill things that kill my big thing. I kill things that kill counts. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be
I
the
don't
other
believe
shooting.
there
They
are,
advance,
you know.
they can't charge. As they advance as well.
I think everything's on the table.
Raised didn't advance though. How many shots
He
did
already
Raised
dropped
get?
off Fire Dragons.
Yep.
And
Just how many shots did they get a piece? 2 each.
You both have nothing in reserve, correct? Everything's on the table? All right, everything is on the table, folks.
You know what? Now, who knows? No, yeah. I'm gonna charge you.
What?
Grace spot into your black card.
Okay, here
these
we go.
lies. He was like, I'm not going to charge, and then he does it.
I know, right?
Well, I was thinking it over, but
Should
You took
never trust the enemy to tell you the truth. They're not going to. They're not going to.
What was that about the Eldar being tricky? Like,
But there's gonna be a lot of Overwatch fire from the 40 shots. Or
alright, I'll take
well,
him on 6s instead of on 2s. That's fine.
Bullets, bullets, bullets.
Alright, then on 4 then. What do you want? You put it this way?
4, 3 of which are minus 3.
and anybody out in chat who is going to be going to ATC, the Bulls team will be packing up the road team crew, taking all our gear up to Tennessee, and we will be broadcasting the tournaments live from ATC this season.
that's right. We're gonna be here. So just what you're seeing right now, we're gonna have this whole setup. All 3 of us are gonna be there. Hack
Yep.
and Slash is coming. We're packing up the Bulls truck and we're going.
We will have the giant 1,000 count jar of ibuprofen.
We're gonna need it.
To keep Jen alive.
Jen's gonna need it.
We're all going to need it after, like, sitting in a car for several hours.
With each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. We got charge. There they go.
Drones.
I was gonna say charge. Drones don't make any noise when they charge.
They go. They do.
no,
it's
they just
it's.
keep a fax machine. That's what they make.
They
Oh.
make the sound of crack.
It's the sound of a fax machine. Oh, it's terrible. I think it should be.
Sounds like trash can lids just slamming.
I think it should be that sound that
Or
like
that
a.
like dial-up sound.
Yeah, it's when modems connect. That's the sound of. And when you hear it, you know. What the heck is that? Drones charging. That's why we don't recognize it.
Does it say +1 to hit in shooting?
No, it just says +1 to hit. You want to look at it?
I just imagine him. He's inside his.
He's just playing.
Oh, is this the +1 to hit from the Cadre Fire? Oh, the drone controller. Yeah, absolutely. He just makes
I
them
feel
better.
like if the rumors about the Far Side Sept are correct, you're gonna really enjoy that with this army.
Oh my god.
You're just gonna have to spray paint them all red.
Just the ability to reroll wounds at all. I'll be so
You're just gonna be
Yeah.
like, what's the cheapest way I can make this whole army have a reddish tint?
I mean, they do. They all
Spray
have.
paint.
They all have red
Just-
highlights.
Just take that
Yeah.
spray paint can over the top and just
You just need there's like that red wash. You just need like six bottles of it.
I'll just get one.
dip them.
I got
Just
it.
dip them all.
Yeah.
You could just dip them
Yeah.
in like like there's like a cherry stained minwax. Give them a slight little red tone.
And they're
Lemon
There
drops are
is,
pretty good.
Do you have a Farsight?
I do
Already?
have a first. Getting paint out.
Do you have like his 8 companions all painted red too?
I had them last edition. I never had them all fully painted. But
Oh.
I don't think they're going to be codex, so I'm not holding my breath on that one.
If nothing changes, but you get the far side ability, your army's like twice as good already.
Hey Dino, don't worry about the fact that you can't make it out to ATC because
Yeah.
But I think the real ones.
the Bowls crew will also be heading over to our local con, War Games Con, this summer, and we will be filming all of the tournaments there. So
We will be
I'm
streaming
sure we
there
will
for-
be seeing you there. Yeah.
Yep. We will be streaming all Wargames Con.
Bowls
So
Road Crew is in full effect this season. So if you guys all across the world have any tournaments that you'd like us to come cover,
That
send
or-
us some information, get their teams to contact us. We are open for streaming business. Dino says, what? The drones killed something in close combat? Is this real life?
it was one Guardian,
just
wasn't
happened,
it?
Dino. You
They killed
watched
one
it.
Guardian.
I killed one and I lost my 4 rounds.
There's like a million of them.
But did you wipe them out?
Huh? My
Yeah.
Guardians.
No. Did your Guardians wipe out those drones in the counterattack?
They have 1 attack, there's strength 3.
But there's so many of them.
They're T4 with a 4 minimal.
All right, so there you go. One continuing
Alright.
ugly
Well,
Guardian versus drone combat.
I like how I'm trading like
I guess you
worthless drones for like the last of the outlaws.
I mean, this is like the
So I
perfect.
hold this center objective, hold this corner, and I kill 2.
Okay, so that's the end of
5
turn
points,
1.
is it?
Yes. Because you can't get more than 5 points a turn. It's just
Right.
Okay, so that is
He
3.
says sadly.
We are at 3 to 5 so far.
Although I just tried to give you 54 points instead.
Woo,
Because
that's
my
Tau
fingers-
bias there.
It's how bias.
All right, 3 to 5. Now we're going to be moving into the top of turn 2.
I feel bad for you because that Wraith Knight's about to like stomp on everything.
It's fine.
I mean, there's 2.
Yeah. Who kills some drones?
Just like crunch, crunch, crunch,
really
crunch.
stupid.
They're like gravel under your feet, your big stompy feet.
You say stupid, and I agree with you. But hey, he doesn't listen to me.
Ugh.
They don't really listen to any of us.
I need coffee.
The order of some more
Senpai,
coffee
notice
too.
us. Please. Please notice us.
Are you out of 8.1? I still got the iron.
Yeah,
Mofo Dino
let's-
is volunteering himself as tribute. He says he is forfeiting all of his games at War Games Con to come and do commentation with us.
We absolutely will. I guarantee you that with streaming 3 days at WarGamesCon, we will be looking for buddies and friends and anyone who wants to like come and take the seat and
Like,
talk
does
for
your
like.
mom want to come to the con too?
Like, can you talk
I don't
about
care if
Warhammer?
She knows anything about Warhammer.
like-
She can make it up. It's
Like,
fine.
can you talk about Warhammer for an hour and do you speak English? Perfect.
Great.
Just an hour.
Why does that speak English?
I was just gonna say, like, no, we could do color commentary in multilingual
Yeah, can't we-
situations.
I mean-
I'm into that.
It's Texas.
Broaden our audience, man.
If,
I
you've got
want-
a good, if we got
I
a
want-
good
Appeal
fluent
to
Spanish
Latino-
speaker,
I want to get one of those soccer announcers from Telemundo who's going to be like, the Eldar are moving up, they're moving up, they're moving up.
it explodes!
Yes.
Like that.
Sorry
Yeah.
to people wearing headphones at home.
Sorry about that.
I don't feel it's that strategy, honestly.
That would be amazing, though. Really, I'm super into that. Alamo GT in San Antonio. Yeah, get their talk to their team. Get their coordinators
we've
to
talked to
call us.
Alamo, and we're not certain they have.
Oh, the
there's-
capabilities, right?
Yeah, there were some capability issues with their location. I know.
Sorry, Eldrad 294. Eldrad, how you doing, boo? I love your work, man.
Can you tell me what's going to be in the tab codex since you're
Yeah, you know, you see,
Yeah.
you see the stuff, so let us know.
You can see the future.
also let Dino know what's going to be in the Chrono codex so you can stop crying.
Ooh,
Necrons probably.
Dino, stop crying.
I'm going to assume evil space robots.
They're all going to gain their flesh back so they can buy new models.
It's gonna be.
New suits, new skin
Well,
suits.
that's their long plan with your brain, right? Because she can bring
No, Eldrad, go Inari.
she can
Go in
turn
art,
Rubik Marines back into flesh, so she can clearly turn Necrons back into flesh.
Ooh.
So she's gonna turn all the Necrons into
Ooh,
flesh.
Damn.
And you know what unit
Then you gotta
she
buy a whole
starts
new-
with? She'll bring
See?
back pariahs.
Yes.
She's gonna be the savior of all the people.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
going to be the thing that unites the universe.
Well, she's gonna turn them into things that can die.
and then she's gonna murder all of them.
And
It'll
then
be
she's
great.
gonna murder all of
Death
them,
for the
yeah.
death
Don't
for
forget,
death
she's
for
going to
the-
have Robot Geeman's love
Yes.
baby.
That's right.
His baby
Right. No,
child.
I think he would carry the baby. Really though.
No. There's not a
She's too
progenoid.
hardcore for that.
There's not a progenoid gland for that.
It's a progeny gland.
Progeny. Oh, it's terrible. All right. Okay, here we go. We're back. The Wraith Knights moved up. You can see them.
I like how we formed this weird, like, perfect circle almost. Like it really is turning into abstract art on this table.
It looks more artistic from the side.
It's like a Rorschach test.
Look at this.
It's like, what do you see? Yeah, look
I
at
see
look at
Mini-Tau.
look at that.
Mini Tau.
I really
just
like
got
I really like the
Tau-tied.
pattern from the top of it. Like,
Dino says, "Don't tease me about pariahs. It's not nice."
Yes, it is.
like when you take it with the terrain, like it really looks like they formed some kind of circle there.
I actually quite like this table. It's great.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna get some big thing on big thing action. Yeah.
I don't know if that's allowed on Twitch.
I'm pretty certain
That
that's
is
against
that is
terms
that
of
is
service.
pretty much against terms of service, guaranteed. All right, Chris is thinking about it. He's got his thinking face on.
He does.
He's like,
Very
should I
sensitive.
forget?
I'm gonna move him 2 inches and catch 12.
He's trying to figure out how can he do the most damage to this army, or possibly kill some drones strategically so that they won't be there to take wounds during the during the fight phase.
You're not wrong, Dino.
All right, so we got fire dragons. They're popping over that hill. They're right down in there.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
How big is that squad?
7.
All right,
Flame on.
seven fire dragons. Here they come.
It's like
Satan sandwiches. Thank you for that follow.
You
Welcome
know,
to the Belfry.
That's like Matt's perfect sandwich, right? Like he's always
Yes.
tempted by sandwiches.
Yes. Satan sandwich. Yep.
It's like Homer's donut. It's
Yeah.
like the Satan donut, but with sandwiches. Okay, we're into the psychic
This
phase.
stream fueled partially by the lovely Shipley donuts
And also by
and
Is there a donut?
ibuprofen.
Is there a donut?
ibuprofen.
I want a donut.
We have to save at least 2 donuts.
I think there are 2 donuts left.
I have eaten 0 donuts today.
Well, if there's 2 donuts, you can't have one.
Abe and I have each had 1 donut.
So no one's gonna get
Get
the
that
winners.
chocolate.
The winners, Larry. The winners.
Wait, winners, do you like chocolate or maple? Chocolate. All right, Larry, go for that maple.
I guess the tournament winner gets
Time
enough.
honored
tournament winner
tradition
gets a
of
fat
The winner
mat.
gets to decide if they take the donut or they make the loser eat the loser donut.
We are awarding a Table War Fat Mat today for the
Yeah.
winner
We
of this
are.
tournament.
Yeah, prize support provided by blah, blah.
Anyone needs some ibuprofen?
Yeah. You need that ibuprofen after your crying, Jack. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oof.
It's sponsored by Shipley's. Ibuprofen.
No, we wish.
how many more,
Shipley's, if you're looking to support some more gamers,
how many more should we
holla.
have?
There are 2 more Shipley's.
Tiff's Treats. Oh man, can you imagine if Tiff's Treats should provide some prize support?
I know the
A
Shipleys.
box of cookies. You do?
I know. I don't know the ones that own. I went to high school with Shipleys that are cousins that are related to the Shipleys. who own
Holler at them and get them to sponsor us. Like, call your peeps, hook us up.
If there's anything I know about Warhammer 40,000 players after playing this game for 30 years, we like donuts.
We do.
I think everyone does.
I think it's criminal not to. I mean, unless you have something like celiac disease, you can't.
I don't really
in
like
which case,
donuts
like,
that
all right, I
much.
get that. You don't like what?
I don't really like donuts.
No. What's your preferred form of pastry?
I think a Danish is probably the best.
Oh, Danish. Mm.
Like I like
I
jelly.
like
I
a
have a
good
huge weakness for a Danish.
Like,
I like
I
a
like-
good bear claw.
You sure?
So
Yes.
it does 1.
Like I kind of like
Just one.
Yeah.
jelly and custard, so like I'll eat a jelly or custard filled donut, but it's really for the jelly or custard, not the donut.
Absolutely. I don't like normally like regular donuts
No,
without
no,
it.
no.
The only kind I really do like are like old fashioned
All right,
donuts.
the
cake filled donuts. Oh, those are so good.
The killing of the drones has begun.
It's like the running of the
drone
bulls,
in
but with more
Tony's pulled 2,
Oh, I know.
about three or 4 drones just bit the dust right there. Let's go back to our overhead because it'll be easier to keep track of how Chris is. So we're seeing.
Definitely should have doomed not that.
I didn't, like I said, I didn't.
So now there is a noticeable gap where there are no drones directly in front of those fire dragons that are to the immediate right of the Invarna that's right in the center of the area. So that got all cleared out by Aeldari. Fire, and he still has a lot of fire to go.
Get lucky, you're still playing optimal.
Chris's goal is to try to kill enough drones that he can actually hurt one of the big things.
That's correct.
Archard can shoot the next one. Is it fusion?
No, it's not fair.
Wounds.
My squad, so 4. That's 2 damage.
5.
Straight 5. Let's go. Nope. I think 4
This is like the scene in I don't know, I forget the name of the movie. It's a movie where they go up on the roof and they throw plates off the roof and shoot them with a shotgun as they're falling. You know,
Yes.
it's that scene.
This entire army kind of has a skeet shooting kind of a feel to
Definitely,
it.
yeah.
This is the fire dragons.
What powers did Chris get off? You got off Doom
Got
and
Doom on the lone dude in here, and he smited that same
Four
spot.
smites.
Ooh.
But he survived, so
The
Oh,
important thing is,
yeah.
tried to clear out that guy so that he could get
Okay.
his big huge
Eldar
shoot.
Rangers
Nope.
up on
Well,
the.
he'd still be stuck in combat with you.
Oh, your Rhino's in combat? Okay.
Well, now he is.
Ah.
He's one paladin.
Interesting choice.
He did it so that I can't Overwatch
Sure, makes sense.
because the 3d6 auto hit.
Auto hits, yeah, no, that makes sense.
2 armor and a mortal on this one. Same one.
That's from the Eldar. That's from the Rangers. Okay, so those are the Rangers that are way up on top of the Fortress of Retribution. You see them way up on the left. He's just pouring everything he has into that one squad of drones because he's trying to drop them. If he can drop them, then the top in Varna will be vulnerable. Another dead drone. One.
No one weeps for the drone.
They do stack well.
Wounds?
On the same note? Yep. Alright, 4.
Isn't it like one of the flyers that has like a drone rack that can just drop drones out of it?
I'll just do these 2.
There it is.
Lost another drone.
It's better if you use a.
How many drones are left in that squad?
And that's what there's 1 shield, 3 gun.
1 minus 3.
One shield, 3 gun. Drones left in that squad.
And now there are 3 gun drones, and this is where they disappear.
All right, so Chris has gotten rid of all the shield drones, so there's only 3 left in that little tiny squad. Those are the 3 that are directly behind and kind of going off to the right.
Yeah, these 3.
Yep. Okay, so those are the 3 drones that are supporting.
There's also the other black squad is within 3 inches. It appears to be, yeah, it's definitely. Perhaps the white squad is me too. I didn't
The
measure.
white squad is not,
Is
but
it not? Okay, if you just measured it, then you're good. So it's 1, 2, 3.
this is the irritating part about this armor.
I need to get one.
Yeah, because it
I understand.
looks like that's a whole
Yeah,
squad right
I'm
there.
sorry.
If I could kill them, then the plan's working. But magically that's a different squad. Alright.
Still have more Eldar shooting left. Okay. Both the Wraith Knights have not fired.
He has 2
Oh,
shrinking
it is.
hands.
See how this goes.
So there's only 1 per like on this one.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
a good spot. So
It's like if you put the sector weapons over that.
yeah.
Okay, so Chris has 2 Wraith Knights with all their fire.
This one. So there's it's 3 and
So there's 3 weapons, 3 gun, 3 shield weapons. This is the entire set. Yeah, they were very happy.
let's go with he's gonna shoot those.
All right, here we go.
Trying to clear out those drones.
Those being the 3 or the big got it.
Okay, so the first Wraith Lord, Wraith Knight is going on the new squad that he just discovered has a member within 3 inches. So he's just trying to attrit that squad down as much as possible.
Ooh, nice. 5 up on the hands.
What time this round ends at?
Oof. Oof.
All right, so that was a hot round of rolling there, and
It's fine. I passed like 9 forms.
Yeah.
so 3
Yeah,
drones.
fire dragons were like,
Those were shield drones.
Yeah, 3 shield drones.
So 3 shield drones just bit it.
Only 3 gun and 3 gun. Use every unit.
All right, so
So we probably got about an hour left.
Okay.
Chris has another Wraith Lord, Wraith Knight, and
Started at
Do you have any shooting?
2:15 and it's 3:20. right, we still got more Eldar shooting.
Yeah, we have a Wraith Knight.
I'm gonna shoot.
I assume it's at 315.
Hey Mars, can you also ask who Dino's free entry fee went to? He wanted to know.
So what we'll do is we'll do. And they're just gonna trade that one.
You shoot everything. This is why you play Imperial Guard. You need enough guns to kill all the shield drones.
First rank fire, second rank fire.
Yeah, people like Eldar don't have enough guns.
I mean, their guns are better, but they don't have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a very specific list. The fourth lists are very consistent. I've played other people.
I feel like he's almost like forming like the Tau sept symbol with the drones at this point.
That's the secret.
Yeah,
If I
like-
do that, I win. It's like summoning Zodiac.
exactly. You're like, ah.
You're like, I have now formed Sakea.
I've summoned
plus
the, great,
twen-
the
plus 20
greater
victory-
demon of Tau.
Plus 20 victory points for me.
And then all the drones combined into one bigger drone.
Voltron style.
Yep.
Zord style. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here's what we're gonna split. We're gonna do the
Dino, you are super sassy today.
big cannons. At these three.
I mean, today.
Small
Yeah.
cannons at 152. Okay, that's what we're doing. Big cannons. All hit. Twos. Three. Those three. Take them as four optional. These don't have four.
Oh, you said
I said big cannons.
big hands no. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay, so one of the squads of drones is now out entirely.
Alright.
Now the small cannons.
Small
Small
cannons.
kids at the other squad.
All hit. These are strength 6. 3 wounds minus 3.
Okay, black or
These have
black or gray? Black or gray?
2. Both 2.
Alright, double fives, and double fives. So black or gray?
Oh,
It's like the same.
yeah, let's go black.
Okay. Do we have any other shooting?
Chuckle, chuckle,
He is
chuckle.
no watch.
Chuckle.
The other guy gets.
Yes. So supporting now it's called for the greater good. It's called supporting fire. The way it works, if you charge him, anyone within 6 inches of him that's eligible to shoot Overwatch may fire Overwatch as if they were also targeted, but they may not shoot Overwatch again.
Yeah, it's just one.
Just
We've got 3 squads in range.
Black.
3. Yeah.
Screen has died.
I'm worried about your Wraith Knight. We got those 3 technically commanders.
I want to know who my guy.
If he knows, just turn him the other direction and you can slow him.
Like,
What do you mean?
He's already wide, so it's whether or not, because I want to be able
Oh,
to
you wanna
tag
put him-
like, declare the drones as a target as well.
Okay. If you did that, I would get to shoot you with one thing, just so you know. Because then drones are also targeted, so anyone in 6 inches of that will also shoot.
Well, I mean, these guys are getting it anyway. The red squad.
Bam, bam, bam.
They are.
Alright, so we've got the most complicated part of the Tau army.
Right, so Chris is trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out who's going to get to fire using the for the greater good
Yeah.
rule. So, because he definitely wants to get in there and charge those Invarna suits, and we're going to see what's within range and what Tau support. This is a almost like a worst case army for supportive fire because there's just so many units
Yeah.
in the general vicinity.
Get a bunch of shots, kill the zombie. Fine.
And this is even though the Invarna doesn't even get to Overwatch itself. Everyone else still gets to watch its back.
Yep.
It's all about the power of teamwork.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, there are a lot of dead drones, but
I want to think about that one. Let's go ahead and do these one quick.
but not enough.
All right, so we have a charge.
3 shots. 2. 5, so 6 shots. Hit on 60.
This is Overwatch fire, so the Wraith Lord on the left is charging the Invarna that is on the left. That one's nice and easy to deal with it.
Gunny, gunny, gun drones. Just a lot of gun drone shots.
Good. And final word.
It's like the army that if you could get Mortarion into the middle of it,
He'll just kill everyone.
it'd be real good for Mortarion. I mean, he's gonna die, but like his aura ability, and you're like,
Yeah, he kills like. That was all the Overwatch, right?
yeah, and then he dies. Yes.
Yeah. 6. I think that makes.
And he failed the charge. Did not make it. Needed an 8, rolled a 6.
So he positioned himself; he'd be out of range of the flamer.
Yes.
But it made him get a long charge. But we have proved, which makes sense, because like he's, the Wraith Knight, it started sobering up. It didn't need to hug the pole anymore. It was able to stagger forward, but like it's not really in like full running mode yet, so he couldn't actually make that charge. He kind of just stagger forward, and he thought he was good, but he's starts to get to that charge and is like, oh no, I'm still sore.
All right, and Chris is still looking at what he's going to do with that other Wraith Knight.
I think
It's a sticky
the
situation.
Wraith Knight took a couple wounds from Overwatch.
It did.
Yeah.
So we're going to try. I'm ahead, so.
I really like the idea of bottle caps now.
He does have fly. And 18.
Like he did like a redneck Tau army or something, right?
Yes.
I don't need to rush you though.
Well, this is important.
I
The rest of the
understand.
turns are not going to take that long.
You have exactly 1 hour.
Yep. It is 3:30 on the dot. We have 1 hour left in this match.
Yeah, like a redneck Tau army with all the bottle caps and like,
Your shield drones can be like stills. They're just floating around, the little stills.
yeah.
This guy has a fucking 4 up in contract too. That's so dumb.
450. He's
I
probably
cost
costed
or something points, and I don't have a roll in close combat unless I pay for it, and I have no
Fair.
guns.
Fair. He's perfectly costed.
And he
if
has
I
none.
if I didn't have drones, he's perfectly costed.
That would be yes. Probably actually too much.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I tell people that.
Because at that point, I'm doing 3/4 push.
It's not like things are rejected.
Yeah.
We got one. Like, what are you considering? Maybe I can.
Because what I'm considering is the damage I put on him is going to be.
Yeah,
only
Shining
him,
Marines from
but
Corpus
if I
Christi.
get them
Yeah.
between first and clear
I've seen those once, I think. Once or twice.
Him to put actual wounds on him.
I think the My Little Pony Marines are still the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
With
Alright,
the
he's
flower
gonna
pot,
charge
drop pod, and everything.
All right, here we go. So we have a declared charge. The Wraith Knight is going to charge. Is moving behind the Invarna and is going to charge a bunch of drones. So I think he's decided that rather than face the Flamer and all the terribleness,
Well,
he's
if
just
Invarna's in combat, it can't Overwatch itself.
oh, okay. Then he's just going to move behind it and try to clear out as many drones as possible.
So I declared these guys.
So the rest of us.
And they're doing all their Overwatch.
Good. Oh,
All right, I'm saving the rest of Overwatch because there's no point taking moves off that thing yet.
playing.
8.
All right, it makes it 8 inches. There it goes.
So there's no like.
No, I'm
it's the
saying
same.
turn completely around, so that way his sword is going the other direction.
It's just a matter
Oh,
of
I
putting
see what
models.
you're saying. Yeah,
Would
just
We'll just say model. Wall.
yeah, you're feeling good.
He's knocked some trees over.
Yep, it's particularly
Be like terrain destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we need.
okay. So the Wraith Knight is in
Charging.
with the drones. Who's going
Over
first?
here. Alright, so these guys are locked up and so is the
And my favorite is still the old line breaker squad, right? That could That could remove all the terrain.
Yeah. If only there was something in 40k that could remove terrain.
Yeah.
Now, hope springs eternal. Maybe they'll bring it back. Well, bring something back.
Yeah.
That can remove terrain.
Fire dragons, what are you gonna declare?
He wants you to charge it.
Okay, fire dragons are declared in charge. They're just entering the combat with the Invarna and the Guardians. So they're in there.
No, it was just the Autark or whatever they're called. The fire dragons are still debating.
Oh, that was just the
They're
Autark.
doing the Eldar.
Okay, the Autark went in, and the fire
We're not
dragons
good in combat,
have
but
not
also
yet
we don't want to get shot by the entire cow army.
It's cool, I got flat.
Huh? Yeah.
So what do you want to declare? It almost doesn't matter because everything over here is going to shoot at you, regardless. And I don't think you have anything left to charge. It almost doesn't matter.
All right, let's do this. You have one model that I can absorb.
Yes. No, I have 3 models because 1, 2, 3 is not my model. It is by you.
Random question: are there any 30k or 40k RPGs
Doesn't matter
groups in
all
your
this decision
local?
anyway.
Wow.
That is a good question.
That is a random
No.
question.
I don't know of any,
Nope.
but I imagine there's definitely gonna be some interest in stuff like that with Wrath and Glory coming out soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I've played Old Dark Heresy with my groups that I game with, but I don't know of any that are specifically covering that or specifically regularly play that kind of thing.
I know we are going to be hosting a session of Wrath and Glory with one of the developers, Ross Watson, when he comes into town for ChupaCabraCon soon.
So you did
Which, if you like RPGs, that's a con to check out.
Yeah, absolutely. That con is specifically all about RPGs and tabletop games. So if you're local, I would really come and check out ChupaCabraCon. You are going to find all the people you need to start a group like that at that con. There is info for the con in our. Oh, sorry about that. I'll lean a little closer here. So there is a local con called ChupaCabraCon that is specifically RPG and tabletop oriented. So if you come to that con, you will find all the local people you could possibly imagine that will be open for more gaming.
Now I'm in range of all guns. But I can't do that.
Yeah, because you'd be going away from people that are already in base contact with you. All right.
Not even if I in base to base with the same models.
Correct. Yeah, there's no way that you can shimmy and get out of contact with these guys.
No, what I'm saying is still.
And
in
if you
base to
shoot our page a
Right,
follow,
there's
when
no
we
way
go
to
live with
position
RPG content, you'll see it.
more
We have
about
a
yourself out.
D&D broadcast every Monday night. And we'll be doing some special sessions of Wrath and Glory.
So I have to go by charging guys. So
I do have the.
I'm also interested in playing Dark Heresy. I've talked about it at the studio. We just don't have time right now in the studio, but I'm personally very interested in playing it.
And those page numbers are just everywhere the drones are.
Vander Durstil, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Belfry.
Yes, it is. I thought maybe they changed it to where only models with ranges could do it. But then
so
that's
you
too
have
finesse for D-dubs.
3 moons in there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so I have
Plus this
3
one.
there plus 1.
All right.
So who would you like to
Let's
come on and
do.
slam? And welcome to the camp.
Go boys says go Chris go.
Let's do the warlocks. I can't fight these rules. These rules are too good.
So the warlocks are attacking
Uh, Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, warlocks on the Invarna.
Goat Boy says kill the robots before they take our gerbs.
D3.
Okay, so no AP at all. Okay, 2 of them. On these
Okay. Same for the other guy. Rerolling 1 hit. 1 hit.
Feltcon, thank you for that follow.
Same.
Welcome to the Belfry.
2.
Ooh, Goat Boy says he just finished the Dark Heresy poster. Nice.
Let's do.
I can't wait to see that.
Alright, I think I can't kill him, so I'm gonna try and kill him. Drones as I can. Bolt that. That's my.
All right, lots of attacks. Here we go.
What are you doing exactly?
This is the Wraith.
And
The Wraith
where's
Knight.
he attacking?
He's on
Everything into stop me into the 3.
No, just into the drones.
Okay, so that's the Wraith Knight over and
Charge 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All black. If you do all black, you're gonna kill them all.
Yeah, no. Did the red.
Okay. All red.
Yeah.
Okay. They do have shield drum slash, so you know. The red.
Right, but it's
okay.
on 2s versus
Yeah.
winning on 3s.
Okay, just making sure that you're.
Okay, so that Wraith Knight is attacking one of the new squads of drones. It still has some shield drones in it, making all of his attacks.
9.
Woo!
9 wounds.
These are AP -2, I believe.
Okay, AP -2, D3 damage.
I was just gonna forfeit normal save. Okay. Roll me 3 damage dice.
2, 2, and 1.
So 1, 5 up. No. 2 doubles. No. And 2 doubles. No. Okay. So that's even. Because it's AP -2.
It might shoot, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Pretty sure.
5 for me.
Shit.
Okay. I'll go for straight 6 if it even matters. Okay. It doesn't matter.
So that's a full squad of 7.
Yes.
That's out of there?
Yeah, there were 6 left. Yes.
Okay, so the Wraith Knight did wipe one of the. There was a shield drone unit that had 7 models. It was down 1, had 6 left, and he wiped them all. So that's another squad of drones out.
I think it was all the charging units, and I get 1 unit that did not charge, which would be right. So, there are 14.
Highland. Yeah. Just, they all attack. He's doing. I think he got off that.
All right, we got a ton of
Oh, yeah!
all the guardians.
But
I mean,
there was 3 of them that I missed. Would have been 2 more ones.
hit past it. Karma.
Was it Karma you owned them? You told me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the good karma.
Yeah.
It's like bad karma or something. I don't know.
Alright. These need finals of reroll.
Okay, these are guardians on the Invarna.
I'll take drone.
Good thing I got it.
Those single.
Good
We're all
thing
king
I
at
had
one.
a,
Beat them up. It's really rude.
That's why I do.
Super
that
rude.
first whiffed.
So we're at the combat
Dude,
in the very
wow.
back there, the Wraith Knight in the center.
Yay!
You don't want to reroll that. Just because. Just because. Yeah, I have tons. I'll reroll it. Awesome, you made it. I don't even, like, cool. It's probably better for that drone not to be there, so it's harder for you to kill stuff next round. Whatever.
Exactly.
So he's good. And on a 6, I keep that.
Down to 1.
No, down to 7, because I've been gaining some from you. I don't like use.
Yeah, you're
Every time that I use
When
one.
you get a book, you'll have stuff to use.
I know, right? I too will be able to say, I don't use this strategy.
You have to pick.
Oh, okay. You've always going to try and stomp on. What's the? So what gives Guardians the 4-pin one?
So the 4-up came from the Celestial Shield Distraction.
Okay, so strategy. So I'm gonna stomp. So they're just at their regular 4-up armor save. I'm gonna stomp on some Guardians. From the Ibarra, hitting on the 5s. 2 hit, anything but, and AP -1. So 2 at AP -1. That comes from.
Say 1, how much damage?
1 damage. They almost fell. Or. He fell. So 1 dead Guardian. And you're out. And then the single drone in the middle hitting Guardians, that's a miss. And I'm not even gonna bother piling in.
Alright.
1 going against a Wraith Knight. That is a hit, and on 6. No. Okay.
Morale phase.
Yes. So there's 2 dead from here. They're at leadership 9. They're fine.
Alright.
I lost 4 there. They're at leadership 10 because of my warlord is over there. He has a +1 leadership bubble.
All right, so
He has Furies,
morale
so
phase.
his goes up to 10, which means his bubble goes up to 10.
How you doing?
And that's you and I made it there. Oh, him actually. He lost a lot of dudes. So he had lost.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, he lost 1 in the previous turn, which means he lost 5. He's definitely outside the bubble. So 5. He's leadership 6.
Oof.
Oh, 2 runs away.
He runs away.
Another drone runs away. All right, and that takes us to
So how many points?
All right.
To points.
So you killed 2.
Hold table quarter,
Kill
kill
2.
2 enemy units, hold an objective and kill 2 enemies.
You hold 1 objective.
Yeah. I'm just looking at hold an objective
Yeah.
and kill an enemy unit is worth 2. So that's at least 3. Yes.
totaling up the victory points here.
Did you get 3?
So 3 more. So it is the Eldar are at 6.
Right? Because it's
I believe
So 6 to 5, and now we're moving into the bottom of 2 to the Tau.
That's only 2 then.
Do the new rules do leadership the same as Age of Sigmar?
You mean I get 4 then?
I think so. Yeah, they do. It's you total it throughout the whole.
I guess that means I get 5 then.
Yeah, you get 5.
Right.
Dino says that was the largest charge phase, the longest charge phase in the history of man.
So 5, so you're right.
But there's no man in this game.
He's an 8.
So Eldar army.
Nope. Okay. How much does Celestial Shield cost out of curiosity?
There's 1.
1.
Which I know right now.
Because it only works on Guardians.
Does he? What's the dice on him for?
That's he's taking a different one.
Right. So he's at 3. Yep.
All right, bottom of 2. Here goes Tony. Let's see what's going on. Let's go to the overhead, Jen.
Yeah,
Let's see what our Tau are doing.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're straight broken, actually. This is absurd.
Again, it's not that they themselves are.
Yeah, the drones are straight broken. We're gonna go substantially. But
All right.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be less drones, hopefully.
I'm still taking a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, always the 6 up yellow paint bubble on the
Sure.
always.
Yep.
All the other ones are bad. They're both outside of the yellow paint bubble, so they'll just take more wounds.
Okay.
And he didn't take one last time, so but I'll put his
All right.
up here. Yes, it's really good.
I like the awesome paint job on your.
I added those last night.
Yeah.
Can I go back here, or is this just like?
I would, yeah. And just don't,
I just was
because
wondering why I was there.
that is too, so that no one gets too near the overhead boom, because very bad things will happen if that,
Very bad things.
if it gets hit or tipped.
Jen will probably throw up over here.
A what?
So Jen will probably throw up if that happens.
I might.
Yes.
Being an adult is not for everyone.
Agreed. I hate it.
Yeah, definitely. Like Larry likes being an adult for some reason. He's a perverse person.
Do they still have fly? No, unfortunately.
They can move over infantry models.
And they're drones. Not bad.
Oh, the tower rearranging the marching band formation. What does the Tau marching band sound like? Like, what's a good Tau, like traditional march?
Tau cadence.
Yeah.
I don't know, just cue up some timeless songs. Just cue up the IWW.
I mean, you're not that good in Assault, so I think it's got to be somewhat comedic. So tubas.
Sure.
I think
So,
it has tubas in it.
so you go like 76 gun drones led the Tau assault. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's my only idea for a Tau marching song.
Crude hounds moving in.
Oh no, they're gonna do it. Screwhounds are gonna get an objective at the end of the game, and like,
Wraith Knight doesn't die. Is that magnetized?
Ooh,
His
snap.
arm is, yeah.
Go
Okay,
boy
good.
throwing
I was gonna
shade.
say, normally it would have just snapped, so I think it's
This
magnetized.
one's
you know, he can throw shade, but he can't paint shade.
Ooh.
It's all dry brushing.
Got him. Amen.
There's
Hey, we've got Larry here. Larry loves the Eldar.
there's still
You shut your
about
face.
7 squads of gun drones left and zipping around doing things.
I like gum drones better. Like they're
Gum
just little
drones?
flying gum
Gumdrop machines.
You
They
could
just like throw
that-
chew gum at you.
Yeah, or you could make all your drones out of little gumballs and then you eat them. as they
Ooh,
die.
I like that.
Yeah.
We've been talking about wanting to get a food hammer.
Such a
game going.
such a sword.
I want some food hammer.
Food hammer.
Yeah, so all your units are made up of food, and when your enemy
Kills
defeats
them,
them,
you
they
have
get
to eat them.
There's actually a game called War Munchies that is a fan-made creation that you can find on it, and it does just that.
There
I've
you
heard
go.
of that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
You know who loves that game? Drunk people.
Drunk people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Drunk people love that game.
The gun
We could
drones.
do like Jello shot units.
No. No.
So you carve it out of Jello, you know.
That's why they say that I'm good at adulting. 'Cause I'm the one who says no.
Jello shots like
Thanks,
no.
Dad.
Jello
You're
shots
welcome.
don't even have alcohol.
Says the guy who brings us donuts.
Gonna go into
The drones are a good one for food hammer because they're easy to make with a lot of those
Crackers. Just
crackers or
crackers.
cookies or
You don't tend to get the match.
any kind of. Oh, you could get the little. You know the little. What's the little wafers? Right? There's like that Mexican candy that's all the little wafers or whatever.
with fly, you're not actually able to
You mean communion hosts?
Not
No.
communion hosts.
No.
Communion hosts do not taste good.
That's correct.
I was really hungry one time, and I had some Body of Christ, hoping it would deal with my hunger,
That's because they have no yeast in them.
and it was a mistake.
Unleavened bread. All right, here we go. So we got one.
Thanks. That was
Okay, I think the town movement is done.
okay. So everything's out of combat. Good. And we're gonna move into the shooting phase.
All right, on to shooting. He's zipping right past the psychic phase. Shocker.
Yep.
Alright, so he's gonna shoot at him. He's upset. So I will attempt to marker like your Wraith Knight. He is outside 12 inches, and I did move, so that's -2. So I will hit on 3.
Hit on 3.
5. He hits on 5. I'm sorry, 4s. You don't hit on 2s. I moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has a single mark light on him now.
Ooh, no.
This
Ooh,
first
no marker.
person will attempt to also marker light him. Normally hits on a 3.
Okay,
He did
he's
move
trying to
on
rack up a
5.
bunch of marker light hits on the central Wraith Knight.
That is a miss.
So far, it's been hit by 1.
And I will attempt to marker light it with
That's-
my lone cadre here. That will be a 4.
Yes.
I got it. I will use my stratagem out of the chapter approved. I get D3 extra marker light hits.
I feel like Tony just needs to like somehow put his drones on like little strings that he can tie each to the suits.
So they just drag them around.
They're like look at them, they're like tails for that thing, right?
are.
If I roll a 5 or 6,
He needs just some kind of little like magnetic string that he can just,
So that Wraith Knight has a grand total of 3 marker light hits on it.
which is all the marker lights in his army.
everything's going in from this.
He hit with 2, and then he used the stratagem. To give him
Stratagem.
1, and
Sure.
he rolled low on it, so it was 1 extra.
All right, so
I will reroll this.
Here comes the
And-
Invarna, firing on the Wraith Knight.
On a 6, I keep it. Okay, so that's 2. That's 2. That's 4. So 8 flamer hits.
Okay.
What's the AP on this?
AP -3. Normally it's -2, but you may have
Even if I got a +1 from cover, it doesn't matter because I got a 5 on the
correct. So that's 4 saves.
4 wounds from the Flamer. Chris is making his 5 up invulnerables.
So that's 12 wounds.
And it does 3 damage flat. So that's 12 wounds on the Wraith Knight.
Ion gun.
Half dead.
Same target. 3d3 shots. 3, 6, 7, 8. That was the same as the 3d6. That was a very good roll. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s because of the marker light. I will be winning on 3s to an observed profile is strength 10.
Their dice are not.
A lot of nothing on my save.
ooh,
Ooh. But the big gun did nothing. So the Flamer did a lot of
It does
damage.
all 3 damage, so it doesn't matter which one's his name.
Yeah. It's pretty good, I guess.
All right.
Let's see.
Okay,
So the Invarna's the first Invarna's done.
yes.
Just looking at the second one.
He has what? How many wounds does he have left? Okay. This commander will flamer your fire dragons. Regular flamer, 6 shots.
flame cannot hurt a fire dragon. We live in the
And
flame.
that will be 5 wounds.
We're immune to flame.
3, 4. Acceptable. How many damage? What's the damage, Chief?
All right, that's 4 fire dragons done from the commander's flamer.
How many?
Rolled-
Was that one flamer?
Yep, rolled
That
hot.
was just the
I
regular.
rolled a lot of ones.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
You just rolled hot
Yeah. All right.
This black squad.
with the flamer. Get it? That's
yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, you rolled hot. Yeah,
Rolled
no,
hot.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Dad jokes.
I hope all you guys get out there.
Called
Enjoy that.
Sneakers.
Picking up the successes. We go through 3 moves. 1 and 6. Nope.
Another fire dragon's out.
Black drones here. We'll target them. That's racist. I mean, they are factually black. Hexadecimal code. Drone unit number. F. Exactly. F. That was a lot of hits.
Drone shooting. These drones.
3, 6.
Do just drone on in the
9,
shooting phase.
12.
So 6.
Okay.
Those are fine.
Okay. Nice.
All right, 1 fire dragon 2 fire dragons remain.
They walk through the fire, but
So
it
fire and the flames, they carry on.
doesn't burn.
They touch the fire and it freezes them.
It does.
So you had
It's true.
Do they look into it and it's black?
Yes. Well, it's a black squad of drones, so yeah, like factually black.
I'm gonna dump everything in here. Very much like him to be dead. As soon as he's dead, you know how much he can kill these monsters. So, flamer first, as always.
Okay, this is Invarna number 2.
That was the nuts.
that-
That was a really good roll.
That was the Invarna that's up on the
I hope I roll average.
Far right.
far right. It is also firing into the Wraith Knight that is half dead. Has 11 wounds left, I believe.
So,
He's half alive.
Yep,
Jenna's a Wraith Lord half alive kind of girl.
I am.
she is.
Larry is more of a Wraith Lord half dead person.
Yep.
He was never alive in the first place.
he was.
Ooh!
Oh!
On point.
Oh!
So that's gonna be 3. And.
Say 2.
Well, in the first
damage.
place, he was, and then
Whoa.
he died, and then
His
got into
pilots
the
were
his
alive.
The
stone.
pilots were alive at some point.
That's
the
fair.
twins were alive at some point.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's
But
true.
now they're not.
But the Wraith Lord was never alive.
Very much not now.
It will be reroll. Oh, so this is number shot. 1.
I mean, you know, they're Eldar, so do they really have souls anyway?
This is a iron shot. Not 12.
Yeah, they go into stones.
Right, because they don't have
Whole
real
thing.
souls. It's just energy.
Yeah.
They don't have real souls, otherwise they don't need soul stones.
No, they have so much soul that they get to put them in shiny gems,
How about
It
that?
would be like, oh, this is
and their god eats them for lunch.
This is hits. Rerolling ones for the marker level.
It was the most unusual sound representing a soul being eaten of Slaanesh I think I've ever
It's
heard.
a little piggy snuffle.
It's like a warp pig.
I use my once per game.
warp.
The dreaded warp pig.
The war pigs of Slaanesh have arrived.
It's like war pigs, but warp pigs.
Right.
Led Zeppelin playing in the background.
Not dead. Damn. You got 2 left.
All right, the Wraith Knight survived. 2 wounds left. It is clinging on to life.
The white gun drones, which would be closest.
The white gun drones.
You like to shoot them.
Factually white.
Yeah, yep. They are painted
It's the
white.
one downside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
He's Tony's just trying, he's just whittling that thing down. Here we go. Bunch of gun drones. Can they do 2 wounds to the Wraith Knight?
Can they? Is a question. We will answer now.
Not a question of can. Question of how many. 1. Apparently not now. That would be 1.
Oh, and he fails it down to 1.
All right. Well, I have all these drones over here.
Banana Manchu says they have so much soul that it occasionally crystallizes into stones, like kidney stones.
Boop.
Train. Maybe don't. Definitely within range. Ooh, but they are the one where it's -1, right?
That's what
Okay. So I guess we'll start with the black because they are within 12.
Okay, another squad of drones. These are also black drones.
Mm-hmm.
That will be 2 wounds. Good. And he's dead. Does he explode? No, he does not explode.
Does not explode. All right, that is. All right, 1 Wraith Lord is out.
Just kind of falls
We don't
over.
pay the
Bye, buddy.
All right.
Your soul will go to the Whispering God.
Oh, the Greys are in range. Grey Squad's gonna shoot him.
Alright.
Look for 5s.
All right, so there's that gray squad. You guys will see it. It's right down there on the bottom left. It is firing right across that gap into the other Wraith Lord. That other Wraith Lord is intact.
Yeah.
Good. I rolled the wrong time.
And only 2 of the red are in range.
Okay.
The Eldar army this is not a good turn for the Eldar.
So many drones.
So many drones. And they've reconsolidated to get all the drones they can
Alright, so
right by
that's
it.
Morale in the front
No. They're going to be charged by
I like those little like curving rows of drones that are. It reminds me of the. It reminds me of the damage templates from War Machine.
Sure.
Those little spirals.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Got him.
Pretty little spiral.
Like I said, you just need. Oh, here come the crude hounds! Cock, cock, cock!
Really? That's the sound. That is much better.
I say, I was gonna go charge them fire dragons over there.
And we're going to... Yeah.
I'd say these fire dragons are as smart as a box full of hammers.
Uh-huh.
Sharp as a box full of hammers.
So that's 2 attacks per. So that's 8 attacks. Looking for 3s. All 1. Your strength
Do
is
it.
3.
Watch us from 30,000 feet in the air, or 10,000 feet, or however high an airplane flies.
Oh, that'd be great.
I didn't.
Airplanes, jets do pretty much fly at the same altitude. Did you know that there is actually a ceiling? You cannot, every 1,000 feet that an airplane, a jet flies is considered a flight level. So if your aircraft is flying at 15,000 feet, you're at flight level 15. And the official cap for civilian aircraft is flight level 33. You cannot fly above 33,000 feet. That is reserved for the military.
Oh.
Alright, cool.
You learn these things when you
Yeah.
when you take your pilot training.
Well, the military and Iron Man, right?
Iron Man is technically
Not part of the military. There's an entire movie about this.
fine.
You're not getting.
Iron Patriot, or War Machine, is part of the movie, the military.
How? What were the points?
I scored 5.
All right. All right. So we are at. It is 8-10
Yep.
in favor of the Tau, and we are now moving into the top of 3.
Dino says that he's enjoying this so much that he thinks he's going to pay for in-flight Wi-Fi to watch the next match.
If you can play for in-flight Wi-Fi, Dino, you need to subscribe. You need to subscribe.
Subscribe.
I mean, do both,
We do,
and have a cocktail on us.
Yeah.
We'll send
But
you a bowl
on
shirt
you,
if you subscribe
actually.
to our Patreon channel.
All right.
Come on, Dino, help us out. Is Dino from San Antonio or is he from Austin?
He's San Antonio.
He's San Antonio.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's part of the same group that Tony.
All right.
So how many models do you have left, Chris? Enough.
Enough for victory. That
There
is
we go.
That is the autarch spirit.
Yeah.
That is the spirit of a Latok. All right, he's thinking about it. It is the top. We're at.
Maybe he means enough to not get tabled. Sometimes that's enough too.
We have the top. We are at the top of 3. It's
Yeah.
I
8
can't
10.
remember what relic did you take, Chris?
I'll shoot them.
Ah, yeah.
Foul shoes win, of course. We have 30 minutes left in the round, gentlemen.
Chris is thinking this out.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go back to our overhead. This Chris is definitely. All right, here we go. He is thinking about what he's doing. He is pulling. The Black Guardians are moving up.
Well, they can do that too.
Battle focus.
There
See
they
if
go.
you can't
There's the Black Guardians moving up. There's still a ton of those Black Guardians left.
Yeah.
You gotta kill 2 or 3 squads of drones before you get hurt. Like suit.
I think he's starting. He's thinking about points.
I mean, the army basically has 2 units in it, right?
There's 2 blocks that go down the field. Sometimes it's just 1 block.
Right.
But yeah, that's basically it.
It's basically just 2 units.
Each Aeldari gets 2 teams of drones hanging out with it.
Yeah.
They go around and they have crazy adventures.
Yeah. Woo.
Kill anybody.
Hey, Beyblades or whatever.
So as Chris is considering his move, we do want to point out that Chris is one of the organizers of WarGamesCon, which is going to be celebrating its 10th anniversary. WarGamesCon 10
That's
is
right.
happening this year. It is in August. 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 It is in Austin, and you should definitely come on down if you are anywhere at all in the anywhere near it. Come on down, get your tickets. The website is open.
And come hang out with us.
And come
We're
out
gonna be
because
there.
we are going to be streaming all 3 days. It is going to be a blast. There's all kinds of events that they
No
run,
sleep till
tons of different games. So come on down to WarGamesCon. Both Bowls and WarGamesCon's website will have all kinds more news all about the con in the weeks ahead.
That's rough, Jen.
What?
I mean, I'm not planning to go visit my family in Brooklyn for like 9 months. Like,
Just no sleep?
no sleep for 9 months.
Sorry, no sleep. What?
Literally invincible.
It's a traditional Norse gift given to members of a tribe or clan for services or honor that's been given to the. It was given to me by the leader of my Sherwood group
killed
last year
3
for
men
the
for
charity.
it.
I did. It was given for the charity that I coordinated for the fair last year.
Someone will probably play Beer Hammer at WarGamesCon this year.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
play
not.
Beer
I'm not sure if we will or if we're gonna cover it. It would be great to cover a game of Beer Hammer.
It's always better to not have video evidence of exactly games of Beer Hammer. You should play it. It's great, but trust us, you don't want.
Beverage Hammer if you're not into beer.
You don't want there to be you don't want there to be
We could
tapes of
play
it.
Sangria Hammer, Jen.
Oh God, why do you hate me?
Mine cannot be.
Why do you hate me?
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Our Central Texas specialty,
Sangria
Hammer.
It was a beautiful sangria recipe. Like, it's really tasty sangria, but oh man, mixing that with rum and whiskey.
Well, you should put the rub in the sangria.
No, I put gin in the sangria.
Ah, gin, nah. You put like rum.
Yeah, mostly red wine and a little bit of gin.
Rum is much better for sangria.
No,
Yeah,
No.
definitely.
no.
All right, Chris is thinking about it, figuring out what is that Wraith.
Your sangria
Knight
should probably
gonna
have
do.
4 or 5 different alcohols in it to be really good.
No, that's jungle juice. That's a whole different.
Jungle juice doesn't have fruit in it.
Sure it does. It's fruit flavored.
It doesn't have
Like
real
no, it's
fruit.
not like real fruit. It's like fruit
Yeah.
punch.
There's a difference between fruit punch and real fruit.
Oh, absolutely, huge difference.
All right. Okay, so the
It's fruit adjacent.
the Wraith Knight. Did you guys see that? The Wraith Knight has moved back.
Battleborn Necron says TikTok.
Thought about background. Is that just Dino? Did you just make another account so that you
We
can be
know
like,
there's really only one Necron player in the whole world.
I'm gonna make a bug. Need
That's
more
it.
Necron players to show up.
Okay, so the Wraith Knight has moved back. It is in the exact position it started the game in. It is.
He's still
He's
feeling.
he
Yep.
got his second win,
Oh.
and then he's like, "Oh nope, the world's
No.
spinning
He has.
again."
He has a different idea.
That and then.
Okay, no, he's thought
Nope.
again. He's thought it again. He's going pure offense.
Oh, Dean.
There he goes.
The long con, which is I hope he kills me and I roll a 6 and
All
Hey
right.
man, you do what works.
All right. So Aletuk is.
Alright, second phase. Guide. Is it good on a save? Big boy. What do you do? Real quick, what's the
Okay. Get into the second phase.
Mars, more to the right. A little bit more. Perfect.
Right there.
I fail.
And you can actually pivot it down a little tiny bit. Just a little bit. Right there. Stop. Perfect. There you go.
Yeah, it's a 6.
It probably is.
It's basically everything left on the table in this shot here.
Yeah.
So there's the Wraith Knight moved up. It is. He's just gonna. I think it's just gonna. He's just gonna fire. He's gonna dive right into those drones. Hope for an explosion. See how much damage he can do on his way out. Is what this is looking like.
Alright, we're gonna do Smite.
All right. We are in the Eldar Psychic phase. There are still several warlocks smiting away. There are also 2 squads of rangers that are still out there doing some sniping. So.
Sure. Yeah. There are. Good point.
Okay, so 2 gun drones just bit it. That they were smoked.
They've been
Restrain.
smitten by the elk.
I'm gonna try restrain on these guys.
Oh, we forgot
That's a
about
7. No, I think I killed these guys, so it didn't matter. Perhaps. Yeah.
Oh,
So happens like
Dino says he's not the other Necron. He's not that creative. At least you own it, boo.
A rival dynasty has appeared.
Duke it out. Robot dance battle.
You need to ask him which dynasty he plays.
You just did.
It's true. They can hear
Which
us.
dynasty did you just play?
You don't. They can hear you. You are in fact mic'd.
yeah. It's
I hate it when I forget things like that.
Just like Chris's psychic phase. Larry sometimes forgets his microphone is activated phase.
Microphone is active. It's a passive you declare at the beginning of the game.
all in the buttons.
Yes. These are all color coded appropriately. There's no names.
I will shoot.
Eldar shooting, Eldar shooting.
In black, we've got 2. Gray is 4, and red is also 4.
I will shoot all the weapons at bay.
All right.
See, I don't feel bad because when I play LA Talk, I actually have an LA Talk army. I played LA Talk for 20 years before they even had rules.
It's true.
2 wounds.
4 up. 5 up.
So no one can accuse my LA Talk of being bandwagons.
4. Okay, 3 more. 5. Ooh. So that's 1 dead.
Has one dead drone.
3 hits. 6. 3 wounds minus 3.
3 wounds at minus.
Time, 4 up. Damage.
2.
No 5s. No.
Kill the other 2.
AP.
Minus
There's just 1 left.
sniper's on.
Who's got quite a lot? Yeah.
Okay, we have snipers. They're just off camera to the left, shooting down over the wraith, dramatically over the wraith knight.
Yep.
Into the drones.
Yep.
There's 1 drone remaining. There we go. And that
Careful,
take-
Chris. If you kill all the drones, you won't be able to explode and kill them.
What will even be the point of dying?
I know. Like, you might as well just stay alive at that point.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Okay.
He explodes 2.
I believe there's another squad of rangers somewhere on this table.
If you re- oh, wait.
So it's going to be firing.
These guys shooting the. I do not get the points.
White.
How much time do we have left in the match?
We have 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
1, 2, 3,
We'll see if it's right.
We will probably be able to finish this turn, but that will probably be it.
Oh, unless Tony just tables him.
This is
Then
true.
they can play real fast.
No. I can't. Those rangers.
Stupid Rangers.
Rangers. And what type of rangers do you hate the most? Alatok Rangers. These are the Guardians, pouring shuriken catapult fire
White.
into the white drone squad.
Sorry. Color X code 000.
5 wounds.
5 wins.
All right.
Cores.
Coming down to the last rolls.
Core. Man. Ace.
Gun drones care not for your giant strength 16 pulse lasers.
These rangers.
Hey, look on the bright side, Chris. You could have like a Warlord Titan right now and have to be frustrated with shooting that at gun drones.
Indeed.
It'd be a Phantom Titan.
Well, I was like, but
Supremacy, the objective way to do that. Super happy in the game is the point model tanks is super shiny.
We're gonna shoot him.
With what?
you're like, you're right. My 3,000 point model will fire its 500 point gun at that gun drone.
We have actually written that article
Mofo,
before.
do you know
Yep.
we do have a mature rating on our podcast?
It kills.
You have to click a button that says you acknowledge that there are 18 up for this.
It kills three gun drones. Well done. Macro cannon.
Mofo, do you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, he gets to.
Yeah, really very good. Remember the Overwatch thing we talked about it? Guys runs first. Holding.
All right, the Wraith Knight. He's thinking about charging. Thinking about not charging. If he charges the gun drones, then the Invarna can use the greater good to Overwatch, and its Overwatch is particularly ugly. What's in that? Mmm.
For Shadespire.
Nice.
It's got to go back in the old magic habits.
No, I wanted to
Hey.
die
Oh,
in
I
the
got it.
following round.
Yeah,
but also
okay.
get
So I've traveled.
Sit down and commentate with us if you like.
I've got Mike back.
Just them? So he's
Mike, should check the box you bought for your spade shot card. Just hold it in front of the camera real quickly.
How'd your second game go?
But I'm pretty sure.
Damn!
He said, like, 8 friendly.
So Mike bought himself a classic card box for his Shadespire stuff. Funny thing is, I've traveled with a lot of Warhammer stuff,
Yeah.
and I've never had a problem. Like I've played with Flames of War, even, which is just a bunch of little metal pieces. It's like shrapnel. I've never had a problem getting on planes or anything with any of that stuff. But anytime I've carried a card box like that with me,
They always hassle
they
you?
always because it looks like a pipe bomb, and it's like just this giant opaque thing when it's filled with cards. When it goes to the scanner, yeah, they're like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "It's just magic cards, man."
It's just meth.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But like a box full of shrapnel, which is all a Flames of War army is. They're like, whatever. Like, and I'm like, I'll be like, yeah, there's like a giant plate on it with a bunch of shrapnel inside of this. I'm like, oh, whatever, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
He got 5 points.
we got 5 points.
Okay.
All right. So we are at. That is 13 for the Eldar,
So this will be the last round.
and we are moving into the bottom of 3. And Tony has got to.
Monster Slayer for lunch.
He's got to get 3 points to tie.
Dino, there will be enough of a break for them for the round to finish, everybody to calculate scores and get set up for the next game. So we'll be down for maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and
it's
we'll be right back.
it's pretty
Real
quick.
break.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's basically a bathroom break for everybody.
Yeah.
And the -1 is 2.
And we will come back live as soon as our players start setting up for the next tournament.
Yep, and that will be round 3. That is the final. That's for all the marbles.
One is only Guardians.
So Chris has finished his turn.
Yes.
I thought it was like anything else.
Yep, and we're to Tony, and Tony has 15 minutes, so he's got to play the drone swarm fast.
I mean,
That's not bad. Chris's turn was 15 minutes. That's.
Let's go to our overhead, Jen, because here we go. Okay, so those are the Kroot Hounds. The running of the Kroot Hounds.
Oh.
yeah, they're
That is not the noise that the Kroot Hounds make.
I know, but it makes me feel better.
Abe knows it. What is the sound of the Kroot Hound?
I say, we're gonna run over here now. I say, and get that objective. Yes, we're gonna get over there. I say.
That is absolutely.
I do declare we have claimed this objective for the greater good. I say.
That is Foghorn Kroot. Foghorn Kroot.
Foghorn Crude Horn. I like
Yes, Foghorn Kroot Horn.
that. Dang, how long is your layover, Dino?
Forever.
Okay. Drone's moving up.
All right, they're
Doing
forming. They're forming formation number 27
More-
from the marching band playbook.
More drones moving up.
Alright, so I'll have the retail orders and that'll give me table. And if I just kill something, good. This will be the last turn, just so we can go like 100%. Right?
Wait, see how fast you play.
I mean,
Good boy says that's so bad, Abe.
If we get to the point where we have 10 minutes, I wouldn't split it.
Alright.
You got 15.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll see.
And at 15, oh, that's fine, so it's very good.
Alright, here we go. One of the Invarna's moving up. The commander's moving up behind it. More drones.
They both take their. They're both in range of the mortal wounds this time, so. Him. And. Exactly. That does have an face, so I
Well, how would you want to get on a plane before Tuesday? Tuesday's the best day for flying.
That's true. It's cheap.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to like come home or I don't know.
It is
see
known.
people. It is known.
You're totally welcome, Dino.
All right. Oh,
No, we can do that. Okay.
drones are maneuvering. The drone army is like it's similar to the guard armies I like to play. It's like fighting fog army, right?
It's like fighting the sea.
yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm punching, and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm doing something, but nothing's really changed. The drones get to do it better in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, no, you totally were. You totally were.
I was like,
Yeah, no, that's why I'm actually having to think about how I do mine. So now I have 2 within 3, so I'll be objectives. That's sort of, that was the poll.
Crude hounds moving. You see them? There we go.
Yep.
That's a squad of crude hounds. They're moving into that quarter, hiding behind the hill.
I say, this hill looks real good here, I say.
Highly offensive to rednecks.
Huh?
Highly offensive to rednecks everywhere.
Redneck chickens everywhere.
Redneck chick, that's true.
Yes.
Redneck chick.
It's different.
Ah.
It is different. Okay.
I don't really consider Foghorn Leghorn to be a chicken. He's like an aristocracy of the South. He's like a proud.
Marker light in one breeze. Okay, marker light.
He is not an uneducated man. He's not an uneducated rooster.
Oh, I declare he is not.
Hit. Actually, that is hit. We all get it. Okay. Flamer. Flamer shoot. 3d6. Yeah. Go get a red roll. That was a 2, I believe. That was not a 6 when I prepared it. On a 6.
Someday you'll get a Necron book. We'll see if it's any good.
And by someday, we mean like in 3 weeks.
Yeah, probably something like that.
You heard it here first, guys. Battle Lost Souls. 3 weeks official Necron.
That is totally. Do not quote me on that.
So that's 5. 5 moves on your guard.
That is a guesstimate. I did not say that they were solar weeks.
2 dead.
3 chaos weeks.
3 chaos weeks. That's a long time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Or a really short time.
Turns out we got the Codex yesterday. We did not.
We did not.
In chaos years, you don't know when yesterday is either.
This is true.
4 saves.
You're shooting?
This is his iron. Oh, he's done everything to them.
Gotcha.
All right, we have the
This is the 3
the Invarna firing again on the Guardians, just trying to knock them out.
More dead guardians.
They are caught out in the open now, so they do not have all the magical defenses this time, so they are just Guardians. They're going to have a rough time surviving
Yep.
in the face of all that shooting.
Yes. Flamer shot from 2, 3, 1. Maybe. Did you? You should be. Yeah. It looks like you. Dead.
Another guardian bites the dust.
So that's going to be the Yavarna's going to shoot them here. 2 for 6 shots from the Flamer. Always Flamer first.
What is that? First part of the game.
All wounds, so that's 6 wounds.
Right on.
3 dead. Yeah. And the number of shots. 1, 2, 3.
Still a couple Guardians left.
And on 4s, we're on 1s.
Oh.
Thank God. No, that was to hit. It was
Yeah.
2. Both good.
Oof.
Guardians hold.
Like the guardians are like the one thing that's given this tower army problems.
They always do, since they just make you spin my wheels. I know, it works. So.
Like elite warriors of the Eldar, whatever. Bakers. Those bakers, we just can't deal with them.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6. Oh, no, that's. I'm sorry. I was in the table. I don't know why I was throwing that out. Got a little ahead of myself. Very hot. 5 saves.
Ow.
5.
4, 3.
That's all. Okay. White squad into the forward.
All right, on to the Autarch. Let's see what kind of shooting the gun drones can put out.
2, 4, 6, 8 saves.
Yep. Yeah. I agree with that.
Is that 100% good? 100%?
Wow.
3 up saves? Okay. Awesome.
Woo!
Couldn't remember who was okay.
8 saves on the Autarch. He says, whatever.
Well,
Didn't even
I ain't
touch
scared
me.
of no drone.
I was shooting.
All right. Tau shooting is complete.
Charging phase. Crew hounds are going to be charging off.
Sweet.
Recruit hounds into the Autark.
That's a
I say. He has a very scary spear. Oh, he doesn't have a spear. That's a warp spider. Autark.
Gotta get in there. Gotta get that Eldar. What does Eldar taste like?
Let's take a look.
What do Eldar taste
Chicken.
like? Very like classy.
They taste like glitter.
Classic.
Glitter. I don't know if you should eat glitter.
Exactly.
It tastes like disdain.
This is an Autark with a jump generator. He's got a Banshee mask, a Force shield, fusion pistol, Scorpion chainsword, and is Ulthway. Yikes. Not bad.
4 saves. AP -1.
So 4 to away.
Eldar are like still one of the things that just like I have 80 different things on this unit.
Yeah, 2s.
2 wounds on the Autark.
That tastes good.
Autark attacks back. He's got the Scorpion chainsword.
4 AP? No.
Kills him. All right.
That'll be.
No more for me because you killed my Brian.
How much time we got left?
We have 5
Not
minutes.
enough to
not
be good for you.
Okay, so
So I could probably do something.
I hold a table quarter that is not my own. That one and this one. I hold
How do
3.
you hold this one?
It
You have
starts,
more-
it starts like here.
You can't be in both though.
No, but you. Ooh, it doesn't specify on this. In the big rule book.
I mean, we're pretty much done, so we can go ask and verify.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like
what
you
does
can't
it
hold
say?
both.
What does it say in the big rule book?
I will go
That's
at.
the question.
I will go ask.
The whole quarters of the opinions?
The missions are it's kind of
Yeah, there is.
It has 2 for quarters.
I don't know what the primary is.
Because if you only have like one guy on the.
I'll get you a judging.
Yeah.
We're just scoring at this point, so we can take our time to.
Yeah. So that's basically it. They're just gonna do the scores up and see where they ended up.
What, do you know what mission has?
Again, you know, close game. We'll see how the actual primary objectives shake out.
Because
I'm hoping they tie again, but I don't think so. It'll just be bad luck. Everyone who plays on the top table gets the tie straight up.
Primary, I get 18, I guess.
Yes, and I did 9.
Um,
I think you'll win.
18 versus 9. You're probably gonna get 5. Let's see, you killed Guardians.
Yeah, killed Guardians.
That was it, right?
That was it. So that's the
So one unit.
And I hold an objective.
You hold an
so that's
objective.
We do have a ruling from the judge. A unit can contest 1 quarter. If you are in 2, you must pick.
2. Okay, so I pick this one for these 2. And I
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got a guy in here. So that's a 5 1. I've got. He's in, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's here. I have 1, 2, 3. Let's see exactly where that table quarter starts.
Now we get down to the nitty gritty of
Oh yeah.
Table
You know
quarters.
that's good. Yeah. So that's
So do you have more than
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay.
7. So that'll be 5 turn. That's the moral of that story.
Okay.
All right, so he got his 5 for the turn,
So you did not get
Yeah,
my
we're still
war.
in.
I didn't get yours.
and now we'll do the bonus points, all being added up.
I
So
only
it
get
is
1 bonus point.
Monsters Lair, you did get that one.
Yeah.
So you get 2 there. I didn't get Zid. 13, 15.
Oh, so I get 25.
math parts.
I hate math.
I love math. I mean, I hate math,
Here we
but I
go.
actually like math in 40k. I don't know.
They're all figuring stuff out.
It's like not crazy
I like
math.
semantics. I don't like math.
Oof.
Yeah. 26. 36.
No. Take one over 15, that's 10, and then 14 is 20. Oh, wait. 10, yeah, 24, 25%. Yeah. I did one. Alright, and I got 18 and 13.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna get
31.
So you have a total of 31?
31 to 26.
Who was 31?
Primary.
Because of that guy right
Yeah,
there.
I should have jumped in there.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that is a come from behind surprise for a late So, what was the critical bonus that pulled you from behind?
Oh, it was just the end of the
Farseer
game
being
story.
on the objective at the end of the game and you forgot about him.
And where's that Farseer? I don't even see
In the
him.
very center objective.
Oh, I see him right there.
And the
Oh my
objective
god.
was worth 9 at the end of the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have 2 objectives.
That's why I changed my mind. I was like, I want to distract him. Go over there.
And the Farseer just snuck on in there and just went tee.
So who
and
has
stood on
who
it.
has which objective? Go over it for everyone for
I
watching.
have these 2.
And I have this one.
Okay.
I have 1 there, but he has like 2 or 3.
Right, so he totally has that one. So it was that Farseer who just snuck in there and snaked the central objective. Wow. That was super exciting. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cheeky Eldar win.
That is
that's,
absolutely what the Eldar are known for. Cheeky, scammy wins.
I mean, my list isn't good. I have to play to my strengths. Okay?
Okay.
No, really, he just forgot about it. He could have easily just aced that motherfucker.
Yeah, these things happen. All right, guys, that was a great game.
Thanks, sir.
Let's get this game reported so you guys can actually have a little bit of a break.
Wait, so who gets you get the victory donut?
Yes.
You get that.
You can have
that
my
chocolate. Ooh, he gets the donut of shame.
All right, folks. That was us for round 2.
That was us for round 2. We're gonna be back. I think at 5 is when it starts, right?
That sounds
very
about right.
It's very soon.
We'll be back in about 15 minutes, probably. Start stuff.
Yeah,
up.
that's true. We'll start early.
So we're just gonna go down for a little bit, then we'll be back up when they get back in here. So just hang around and chat.
Hang around and chat. We will be right back. We're not going anywhere. We're just taking a little break. This is your time. Go get your sandwiches. Go get your victory.
Go
What?
get your beer, whatever
Go
you
get-
got.
go get
It's
your
Sunday,
beer.
you can have beer.
Victory
It's
donut.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Go get your.
If you like us and want to support us, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, check out our Patreon,
Yep.
check out our website.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be here for the 3rd game.
And this will be the final.
Yeah.
For all the marbles.
All right, we'll
In
see you
theory.
in
We'll
I don't
see
think we have
who's
any
gonna be
real
here.
marbles.
All right, guys.
All right.
We'll catch you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe. Support us on Patreon. Thanks for watching.